What's up, All Stars?
Oh, hey there.
We're back.
Yeah, welcome back to another exciting episode of No Bards Allowed.
I'm excited.
Yeah,
Exciting
me
is
too.
code for B is going to try and kill us.
We're all gonna die
yeah.
today.
No Bards Allowed, your audio-only Dungeons & Dragons podcast hosted by a bunch of amateur entertainers and professional friends. I am your dungeon master for this game, B Felons, and I'm joined by my friends, and we've flipped orders in the studio, so we're going to try our best to figure out.
It's going to be fine. No, it's going to be
I don't know.
fine.
Should we switch the order? Would that be weird?
Yeah,
There's no
in the order, switch gang.
Order.
Left to right. Let's do it.
Fuck. My name's Will, and I'm playing Saren.
Wow. My name's Fuse, and I play Bilbin Billings.
My name's Dart, and I'm playing Arthur Page Llewellyn.
My name's Shay, and I'm playing Osgruck Thorum.
I almost forgot my name, actually.
Yeah, it took me a second.
Yeah.
Sir Arthur Page
English.
This
Sir
this
Arthur
order
Page Llewellyn.
Oh shit, you're right.
Sir, absolutely.
Arthur Page Llewellyn.
You're listening to this week to week, maybe, and we are not recording it week to week right now. So we hopefully remember everything that happened last time. You can get in the comments if we don't.
It's going to be great. We did our homework.
Welcome back, gang. How we feeling today? Ready for jumping back into Bordura and New Samaritan City, perchance?
Dude, I've got
yeah.
no spell slots.
Forsooth.
I am ready to fight the box
Dude,
or whatever
I
we're
got-
about to do.
I have so many spells.
I got
Fighting
burn
the-
scars.
yeah.
How are you gonna fight the Vox? We're not even allowed to meet with him. It's crazy.
No, we're not allowed to meet one-on-one with him.
Yeah, that's true. You guys
4-on-1 though.
you can always.
I'll take those off.
Here's the thing, you know where he's gonna be. You can always jump him at the ribbon cutting ceremony.
Surely there won't be any guards or
His only weapon will be
salvation
his
there.
only weapon will be the scissors he's using to cut the ribbon.
Minimal security.
Exactly.
Well, they are +3 scissors of
Scissors of
of smiting.
Wounding.
Of smiting.
Oh,
Yeah,
smiting,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's a paladin for sure. Probably. Who knows?
Can I have those?
Dude, if you can get him, get your hands on him. Maybe.
Imagine,
Well, hell yeah. Well, I mean, freaking without further ado, I guess we're going to jump in and play some Dungeons and Dragons game.
Yeah.
Oz, if you wouldn't mind recapping what happened last time.
Oh, it would be my pleasure. Last time on No Bards Allowed, we talked a bit with the Guardians of Salvation that saved us at Trish's Hot Dishes and had some tough conversations about the Doss House. Bilbin knew one of these Guardians from a past life, and it seemed like Saren might somehow as well. Bilbin went on a little shopping trip to inquire about new Fireman's Helm, and Saren accompanied me to the College Arcanum where I finally met Erethrian. While there, he surprised me with an offer to accompany him and a research team at the college to go on a research expedition to Bastion and begin working on my trials to join the Order of Scribes. After this, we regrouped and headed to our meeting with Liazri Ava Osef, where she talked more about the Guardians' place in the city and informed us of a chance to see the Vox in person at a ribbon-cutting ceremony for a new rehabilitation center tonight. We made plans with Tamantha to meet at the honey hole, and now we are figuring out what to do next.
I really just hate that one time Fuse is like, yeah, the honey hole, and now we all have to go to
Now
the
we gotta-
honey
yeah.
hole.
and
gonna be
just
fun.
as a reminder, the honey hole with a W. So.
Yeah, choices have consequences.
And yeah, we jump back in here. You all have just spoken with Tamantha outside of City Hall. You see that there is a little bit of information on your way out the door about the the ribbon cutting this evening. It looks like it's happening in a few hours, like the late afternoon, early evening, 6 p.m.-ish or so. And right now it's about midday. So right now we actually jump back in with a little bit of downtime. I think it's there's time to kill. I know Bilbin, you still have to go back and have a conversation about the helm you were interested in, but if anyone else has any other things they want to do this afternoon before we if you would like to go to the Rehabilitation Center ribbon cutting, I guess, I don't know if you've all discussed that yet, but that is also something we can discuss and roleplay right now, too, if you'd like.
Nah, we're just going to sit in silence.
I really don't care for that woman.
When do I get? She said the afternoon.
Yeah.
Taylor.
Yeah,
right?
she said a couple hours. It's been about a couple hours. You could probably head over there pretty soon.
Okay, so I guess Bilbin's gonna go that way.
Okay, cool. Do you all talk about the ribbon cutting at all, or what your plans for this evening, meeting Samantha?
Well, I'd like to go to find a scroll shop. I need to buy some paper for supplies.
I'd go do that.
And I don't know how interested you all are about to see the new rehabilitation center, but I'd be curious to see that if we have time.
I'm mostly interested in the ribbon cutting part of it.
It sounded like too, like the way you took it was like it might be an opportunity to. It sounded like it was supposed to be like an open house vibe, like one of the like a public event where they would, like do a toast and like show you all the things that are happening. So in theory, it could be a way to go see inside of the rehabilitation center too.
All I know is I don't feel good about it.
Me neither.
I didn't like her either, Saren.
Yeah, she was a little too flippant about loss of life.
And very cold. Especially concerning her troubled brother, who was just salt of the earth man. Gotta say it, right?
I mean, yeah, Omar's the shit.
Bilbin, give me a history check.
With pleasure. Ooh.
Oh, I see that die. That's spicy.
18.
Cool. What you know about the rehabilitation centers, they're a fairly new venture, along with the Guardians are not a super old organization, a few years, and they've really, grown in number pretty quickly. That the first rehabilitation center is named after the current Vox's father, who was actually the Vox before him, and that the current Vox founded the rehabilitation center a couple years ago, and since then they've been doing. You don't know a lot of detail about it, but you do know that you've seen people that have committed heinous crimes go into this rehabilitation center and come out and become. Most of the people that you've seen come out have turned their life around, but a lot of them end up working for the Guardians of Salvation after the fact as well.
Fellas, if there's one thing I know about this here rehabilitation center, is that it's fairly new, and a lot of people that go in are bad people, but they come out with a sort of mask on their face, where they're all of a sudden for the good of the public. So something doesn't quite sit right with old Bilbin.
You think they're up to something with it? Brainwashing?
I think it could be, yeah. I think it could be maybe some sort of magic or some sort of hypnosis of some sort. But I think it's going to be worth going to this ribbon cutting ceremony just to see if we can, get to the bottom of.
I guess we should. Makes me uneasy, but
It's something to do.
yeah. Yeah. Cool. We've got some time. You've got to go get.
That's right. I got to go over to my friend Taylor Smith's and see what she got armor-wise. And I know I was saying he needs to go get some paper or something. So,
reading into you saying that, how are Bilbin and Oz feeling about each other right now?
I feel like Bilbin right now is like whatever about Oz, like definitely feeling that Oz doesn't care about what he cares about, that he's like can't really now trust. It's not like a trust in like a he'll backstab me way, but it's like we're not all on the same page anymore. Me and
Got you.
But it's not that I like want him dead.
Okay, that's good.
Huge jump.
That's fair, right?
It's good news.
That's pretty fair.
Yeah, and Oz, remind me. I don't know if you recall. Did you shared with everybody that you have this opportunity? I think already, right, to go, or have you had a chance to recap with everybody that you've?
I don't think we've talked about. Like I was there, but
Yeah,
So
we haven't really talked about that.
cool. Awesome. Well, unless there's any other conversations that people want to have right now, we'll jump into a couple little shop adventures. Who's going with who? Saren, you're going to accompany Oz. Arthur, are you going to hang with Bilbin, or are you going to go with the...
I could certainly follow along, Bilbin, if you want some company now.
Yeah, I smelled something pretty good close by Taylor Smith's shop, so maybe, there's something for you over in that neck
Well,
of the
let's
woods.
follow our noses then.
Mm-hmm.
all right, we got to move on.
All right. You two all split up. Saren and Oz, you walk around the city. You're in this... you all leave that inner tier and head back out into the third tier where there's nice shops and restaurants and things like that. Give me an investigation check, either of you. You can either...
I'll give you help.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you want to roll with advantage on an investigation check, just to find a nice little shop with some scrolls and whatnot.
That's going to be a dirty 20.
Cool. Great. You find a really nice looking shop. It says Alexi's Parchments on the outside, and this like nice like golden curvature painted on the outside. And you two find that shop, and you may enter if you so choose.
This looks like a good spot.
It kind of looks like a library.
Parchment can be found in libraries as well as books.
Yeah. All right. I'm following you.
Enter in.
Cool. Little bell rings as you enter in. You see a really nice, well-kept shop. There's a bunch of like feathers and different writing utensils sitting around. A few like little trinkets behind the glass case. Looks like inkwell pen and some it's like pocket watch, some random knickknacks and like not jewelry necessarily, but random things. And then just a bunch of different parchment available for purchase. Behind the counter is a older looking gnomish woman with like a loose bun on the top of her head and glasses, and she looks at you and says,
well, hello there, you two. How can I help you today?
Good day. I'm here to pick up some parchment paper.
Oh, great. Excellent. Well, you've come to the right place. My name is Lexi. I'm happy to help you. Do you have any particular types of parchments you're looking for? Are you looking for magical scrolls, or are you just looking for something to do some writing on?
Both.
Both? Excellent. Great. Well, feel free to peruse my selection. If there's anything in particular you're looking for, I'm happy to help as well.
I'm just looking to copy some things from my book, as well as write some letters.
All right. Excellent. Well, here you are. Let me pull up my selection. She pulls out some parchment. She's got like bigger scrolls that she got like bigger scrolls that look like if you had to like imbue like a spell onto them or something like that, it would have the space to write a bunch of runes on. And then she has like smaller, like personalized size things too, where you could like, write like little notes or anything like that as well.
How much would it be for 5 of these magic scrolls, as well as maybe 10 to 15 sheets of normal paper?
Sure. Well, the 10 sheets of normal paper, those are all going to be a silver each. It is very nice parchment paper, but they're not too expensive. And then for each of these scrolls that are good for imbuing with magic, it is 1 gold apiece.
Oh, okay. I will take 20 of the magic scrolls.
Okay. Excellent.
And I'll take another 20 of the normal ones.
Great. That's wonderful. Yeah, that's a decent sized purchase. Thank you for your business. She wraps them all up. Are these gift for anyone? Would you like me to put them into like a gift bag for an extra couple gold, or would you like to just take them as is?
No, I'll put them in here.
Okay, perfect. She pulls out like one of those cardboard poster cylinders and rolls them all up neatly and stuffs them in and hands them to you. You exchange for some gold, and she says, "Well, thank you for your business. If you ever need anything else, feel free to stop back by Lexi's."
Oh, absolutely. Thank you, Lexi. You have a nice shop here.
Have a good. Thank you so much. Yeah, I've been here for some time. This in a city where there's university students and magic wielders and things. Parchment is not the worst business to get into.
Now, say, if a gentleman would like to find some spells, where's a good place to look for that?
Usually, I don't know that there's any shops that will do it, but often if you go to any of the universities or have any connections with wizards, then they might be able to help you imbue some of these if you so choose.
Right. Well, he drops the pouch of gold on the counter, and without even a wave of a hand, the parchment that he's bought single-filedly flies up into the air, and he opens his satchel, and it'll file into his satchel and disappear.
Sick.
Awesome. Sweet. Young man, can I do anything for you?
No, I'm good. Thanks. Thank you. Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your business, and we'll see you again soon, hopefully.
I'm sure you will. Well, lad, shall we?
Yeah.
Awesome. You leave this space and head back out into the city. Bilbin and Arthur, you trek back to Taylor, the tailor and smith that Bilbin found earlier and was asked to come back to. You walk into the building and you're greeted by the same person again. Oh, hello there. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, Taylor. How's it going?
Good. Hey, welcome.
Good day. Hey, my name's Arthur Page Llewellyn. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Hey, it's nice to meet you as well. My name's Nina.
Nina. Oh, great.
Yeah.
Not Taylor?
No.
You're not Taylor? I am so sorry. I thought your name was Taylor this entire time.
And you know what? I understood the confusion earlier, and it's so fine.
Okay.
Welcome back though. Thank you for coming back. I've had a little bit of time to put together some options and ideas for you in terms of getting some sort of new replacement helm. If you want, I can sit down and kind of show you a couple of the drawings that I have made up here.
Sure. Yeah.
Great.
Are they red? I need it to be fireman red.
Yeah, we can. Yeah, color something that is not particularly hard for us to be able to imbue. It's more about just the different. If you're looking for anything in particular out of it. She unrolls a piece of parchment that she's done some sketches on, and you see she walks you through. These are if you're looking for something more sturdy, these are going to be good options. There's a few. She shows you a few things that look slightly ornate and look like they're well crafted, but you don't necessarily see that they'd be any more efficient than your current helm. And then she says, well, in this one, so I've got two things that are a little bit more exciting. I've got this helmet that we've done for a couple people in the past, where basically what it does is it's got additional there's layers of metal, and so there's a little bit of additional space, and so it can if you're someone who's out fighting fires, or if something falls on your head and hits your helmet, it can absorb impact a little bit better,
shelves. Like if a shelf hits my helmet?
Sure, yeah.
Like if a bookshelf just falls over on me?
Sure, yeah.
Shelves are a big concern.
This is actually
wandered off, just kind of perusing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so I will say,
Arthur's right. Shelves are actually one of our biggest concerns.
Sure, yeah. That and in a fire situation, that makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, anyways, this is the one thing I will say is that if it takes too big of a hit, then you might have to spend a little money to get it buffed out or repaired every once in a while. But it is a really nice piece. It's at the top end of your range that you gave me. It would be about 500 gold, but it is a really cool piece. And then I reached out to I just wanted to show it to you. It's above your price range, but I figured I would just let you know that it exists. We have a friend who runs a store with some really cool weapons and armor and things like that. And I just reached out to see if they had anything of interest. And we will often do trades with them and things like that. They told me about a piece that is really unique, and it's actually got some cool magical properties to it. Really interesting. It's perfect for he calls it like the energy helm or something like that, and he made it sound like it could be a really good thing to help you with dealing with fire. I will tell you, I don't know if this is something you can do. It would be 1,500 gold, but I just wanted to. If that's out of your price range, I totally understand, and I know that was already. I just wanted it to be said so that you seem like a nice gentleman, and I wanted to, just make sure I laid out all the cards on the table. So those are kind of the things we can do. If you want to take some time to think about it, I'm happy to do it. With that nicer magical piece, we'd probably be able to procure it for you tomorrow and have it first thing. And then most of these helmets we'd be able to get done by sometime like tomorrow afternoon or evening.
Is there a way that I can like see the stats on these things?
Mechanically, what are we talking here?
Yeah, mechanically, because or is this kind of a, do I just gamble if I want the more magic item?
I'm gonna have you roll an.
Is there a way for me to know, like, I know what bonuses /
I'm gonna have you roll an intelligence check just to see if you can. She has little sketches of all these things. I'm gonna have you roll an intelligence check just to see if you can understand what's written down on the schematic. DC is 10.
5.
Cool.
No.
Could I take a peek at those schematics?
Yeah, absolutely. Here you are. Yeah, take a look.
I look at them and like furrow my brow and just keep furrowing that brow at this piece of paper.
They both seem cool. There's like there's this cool the diagram of the the helmet that seems like it has a little bit of extra like padding to it, like has layers of how like it has a drawing of how they put all the layers of metal in to like stack and leave pockets of space for it to like be able to kind of like a car, like it like combust in and be able to like sustain a little bit more impact. And then this other this magical item, she had like drew up a little thing of her understanding, but it sounds like she might not even fully know everything not know exactly what it can do.
And that's with the first one or the magic one?
The magic one is the 1,500 gold, and then the other one is 500 gold.
Okay. One moment, please, Nina. Arthur.
Huh?
I go over to Arthur to like kind of like brainstorm maybe what I should do. So there's a helmet that is like good against shelves, essentially. That could be useful.
All right.
It's 500 gold. Or there's a magical one that we don't really know what it does, but it's 3 times as expensive.
All right.
So
quite a conundrum here,
You also
brother.
hear her say, also just with just so you know, full disclosure, with the magical item, it is something that you would have to attune to as well. So
yeah. Oh, of course. Yes, ma'am. I turn back to Arthur. So I also got to attune to it, whatever that means.
I have no idea.
Okay.
Well, I got a question for you as well. What do you think about these? And I hold up my hands, and they're just like in like fucking giant metal gauntlets.
I'm envisioning like the Hulk hands, like as a kid, those like Hulk.
You
like,
think it's a bit too
foam.
much?
I think they suit you quite well, actually.
All right, Nina, how much are these?
let me check my record books really quick and see.
Just like massive gauntlets is what I'm seeing.
Yeah.
Like made for like an orc that's 6'8".
Definitely not for a dwarf.
Ooh, those are they are a little bit more expensive. It would be about 1,000 gold.
1,000? Oh,
I'm sorry.
Hey, they're beautifully made. They look great.
Yeah,
I can see my face in them.
Yes, they are an exquisite piece. Yes,
How much for one of those?
It only sold as a set. I'm very sorry.
Yeah.
I couldn't have just like a left glove, 500 gold.
The utility of it is no, unfortunately.
What about one finger off of it? Like, what if he wanted to armor plate his finger?
Yeah, I mean, we could certainly make something for you, like custom for that, but unfortunately, I wouldn't be able to just remove the finger from these gloves.
I understand.
All right, thank you, Arthur.
Yeah, thank you.
And then I lean back over to Arthur, like to whisper. I'm like, so that's pretty cool.
Thanks.
I really like that a
All
lot.
right. Maybe next time.
Well, what if we get you a finger gauntlet?
I don't think I need these at all.
Oh, okay.
I just liked how they looked.
Yeah, they're cool. Well, do you think I should get the magical helm? I might be able to like sweet talk her down to like $1,000.
You're historically very good at that. So I would say might as well try.
Might as well try, and then maybe if not, I just go with the other helm. Because I don't have enough money for the 1,500 schmeckles, you know?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
What do you have?
I have 1,105 gold. Remember I won big in that luchador fight.
That's right. I don't have enough to float you for...
No, I'm not asking for money. No,
I know.
I'm just saying, do you think it'd be worth it getting this magic item? It could come in handy.
Could be.
I have to attune to it, whatever that means. But
Yeah, I don't know.
yeah, probably,
I heard a little something about fire, though, so it could be useful.
yeah. If maybe Oz isn't going to be a snarky little like something or another, he might be able to tell me how to attune to something.
That's something to unpack, I think, that we should probably talk about.
Yeah, just don't tell him I said that, okay?
Hey,
I'm just
my lips are sealed.
still a little rattled from
Hey, this is between you and me. But
me and you,
again,
man. Mano a
probably
mano.
something we should unpack.
Later. Let me go talk to Nina. Nina, now, you know that the helm of shell resistance is nice, but
Sure.
I'm kind of interested at this here magic helm that you have to attune to.
Okay. Excellent. I mean, is something? Do you feel like you can make that price range? Or
Yeah, so I'm just thinking, you know, like, listen, I've been in this city a while, and I know that these prices are kind of like tourist prices.
Oh.
Like,
Start.
and
Damn.
my family has, we're actually first responders as well, and
Oh, well,
not to
that's
get
awesome.
into it too much, but
He's a veteran member of the Douse House. Truly a brave soul. Saved many lives.
Oh. All right.
yep, I'm one of the Billings. You might have heard of us.
doesn't even know who the Douse House is.
Does your mother play in like a card game every Mondays?
She has a hobby.
Not Mondays. There's no Mondays in this world. Every
She-
10 day?
Every 10 days, she does. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think Catwin.
Yes, that's my mama.
Well, nice to meet her son. That's
Yes, it was
Lovely.
me, Bilbin. Mm-hmm.
I would give me a persuasion check.
Yes.
And I will give you advantage because she knows your mom.
Okay. 18.
Cool. She says, well, here's the thing. We try to run fair prices here, so I promise you these aren't tourist prices. We are we are trading with another business to get you this magical piece, and I'm happy to try to do it. If you could trade in your old helmet, I could probably get the price down to $1,250, but that is truly as low as I would be able to go.
See, I'm thinking more around 1,100.
I totally understand, and I wish I could go down more, but unfortunately, I'm a business, and I do have to make a profit too.
And you said you're just trading with this other company in town, right?
Yeah, we would trade them supplies, and then they would they would make the So
they make it and then give it to you, and then you sell it.
yeah, absolutely. So
What's the maker of that again?
the maker?
Yeah, where is it located in town? Where they make that helm?
They didn't make it there. They procured it, but it's on the other side of this tier.
Yeah. I'll have to check that place out. Where do you say that was? What was the place called?
It's Malfit's Magical Goods. I'm gonna be really honest with you. I don't know that he's probably not gonna give you a better price than I'm giving you right now.
I will take my chances.
Okay.
But again, you don't offer any service discounts for people on the front lines here fighting fires.
Coming down to $12.50 was my service discount as someone who thinks you're a very kind person, and I love your mother, and $12.50 is you are welcome to take your chances elsewhere. I will tell you now, you probably will not get a better price there.
That's fair. All right. Well,
but it is your money, and I totally understand, spending it how you will. So,
all right. Well, thanks, Nina. I'm just gonna go on home.
All right. Well, if you change your mind about anything, and again, I know, magic is cool and exciting, but this other helm is. If you change your mind and you aren't able to talk him down, or if this price is too high, then please by all means feel free to come back. I'll be open for a couple more hours, but if you need it in the next day, I'll need to know before. If you need it tomorrow, I will need to know before the end of today in order to get it done. So.
All right. Yeah. Thank you.
All
right, Arthur. You ready to go?
Yeah.
Thank you, Nina. And then you hear the ding, ding of the door as we open and leave.
Perfect. Awesome. You head out into the city. Are you going to try to scoot over to Malfi's? Is that what I said? I forgot what I said. Malfi's Magical Goods. That's where we're going.
Yeah, I'm definitely going there.
Okay, great.
Arthur, I'm gonna go to the source because I feel like she's giving me tourist prices. Didn't you
really
feel that?
don't. She seemed honest to me.
I felt like some tourist prices, man.
I think you're reading too much into this, man.
I might be, but hey, I'm gonna go to old Malfi's.
If you have your heart set on that helmet, I have 150 gold for you to even out the price.
I think I go to Malfi's and see what's up there.
All right. Well, good luck. I'm gonna go find some grub to eat.
Yeah, there's a spot. Just use your nose. It was around here somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Already done.
Roll an investigation check, Arthur, for some good treats.
No problem. 8.
Cool. You find you don't find any you see a lot of like expensive restaurants around this area. You do see a little halfling man with like a little stroopwafel stand on the side of the road.
We're talking here.
You see a little halfling man selling stroopwafels on the side of the road.
Hey, how much for a stroopwafel, my good man?
Oh, hey there.
Hi.
Stroopwafel. Well, if you want just a plain stroopwafel with some of that delicious filling inside, it'll be 2 copper. And then if you want me to load it up with some whipped cream and some chocolate and some other things, and it goes up to 3 copper.
You know I want that loaded up.
Loaded up stroopwafel?
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Here, give me a sec. He whips it up, and then he uses a mage hand to grab a little cherry and put it on top of the whipped cream.
Ooh, that's a nice trick there.
Yeah, part of the show that we try to we're a humble stand.
Ain't nothing humble about that.
Well, hey, thank you. Try to give a little flair to these third tier folks.
Hey, good work is good work,
Yeah, absolutely. Here you go, 3 copper.
Thank you so much. How's your day going so far?
Pretty good. Yeah.
You excited about tonight?
What do you mean?
Oh, the ribbon cutting. You going?
Ribbon cutting? I'm not going to that.
Oh, no? Why not?
It's a bunch of hoity-toity third and second tier people going around looking at, the show, trying to make the city better with guardians and whatever.
Oh, yeah? You don't think they're making the city better?
Because there's been good, hardworking people in this community for a long time, and I don't know why we needed all this change to try to bring about. I mean, I guess crime's down is what they're saying, so it's helping, but I don't know if I trust it.
Yeah, really? Why's that?
I don't know. I remember simpler times. I remember, the city used to get by on hard work and dedication and community, and I don't feel like the Guardians they feel separate from the community, I guess. That's all.
Yeah, I see that.
Anyways, but yeah, you will not be catching me at the ribbon cutting ceremony. I hang out in the outer tier when this is my day job, and when I'm at night I go home to my family and spend my time. Probably just spend some time with the kids this evening.
Oh, well, I love that. I hope you have a lovely night with your family. What was your name?
Torner.
Torner?
Torner.
Hey,
Yeah.
Arthur Page Llewellyn. It's wonderful to meet you. Thank you. This is a delightful stroopwafel.
Well, thanks. Glad you enjoy it. Come back now.
Oh, I sure will.
You snack on your stroopwafel, loaded with all the goods.
So good.
Bilbin, you head across the. Give me an investigation or history check.
Shopping.
14.
Cool. It takes you a little bit to find this shop. It's a little bit tucked away. It's actually there. You didn't get super specific directions. You actually have to ask a couple of people, and at some point, someone says, "Oh yeah, Malfi's. Yeah, it's well. If you go this way, little shop entrance tucked in that alleyway right there. You'll see it.
An alley entrance. It's my kind of people.
Yeah, magic users and whatnot, right?
Oh yeah, don't I know them?
Yeah. He points you in the right direction. You make decent time. Takes you a little bit to find it, but not too hard. You walk into this alleyway with a wooden sign hanging out from the building on chains that says, it's carved into wood, and it says Malfi's Magical Goods. And you find yourself there.
I open the door and walk in.
Bell rings. You find yourself in a really dark store. There's lots of plants all over the place. And not as many things. You see some like random parchment and barrels on the side of the wall. You see a few random swords. Doesn't look like they have tons of inventory out right now. And then there's a small little glass container sitting out front in the building. And you hear from the back, "Who is this?"
Yeah, I immediately cast Divine Sense.
Great. Yeah, you don't pick up anything that triggers
Okay.
your Divine Sense.
Cool. I thought I got like a hair tingling on my back, or my
Cool.
back of my neck. But
If anything, the any sort of like life forms, you like your Divine Sense weirdly ticks, and you like feel like there might be some like cursed items hidden in this building in somewhere, but like you don't sense any.
okay,
creature.
cool. Hey, how's it going there?
What is it?
Are you Malfi?
Yes, I'm Malfi. What you need?
Oh, great to meet you. My name is Bilvin Billings, first responder here in the city.
You see another like frost-looking dwarf, kind of similar to Regera that you met in the Guardians this morning.
Yeah.
What you need? You need magic item?
Yeah. So I was sent this way, and I hear you got this helm.
Who told you about what helm? We have many helm.
Yeah, it's a helm that I just wanted to come to the source before it got shipped off over maybe somewhere across town, but it's a helm that is it's got some magical properties.
Did Nina tell you about helm?
Nina might have been the one who mentioned it. Yeah, that's correct.
Oh, interesting. She sent you to me. Very interesting.
Well, no, she just mentioned the helm while I was, my friend was in her store and he was trying on some stuff, and then she mentioned this helm, so I was like, oh, maybe I'll go check out Malfi's place. So here I am.
Okay, what you want with helm?
I just wanted to, maybe look at it and purchase it or try it on.
Okay, you can try on, but I can talk to you about it, and maybe we sell.
And maybe we can settle on a deal or something. You seem like a good businessman here. We could probably find a price.
Okay, one moment, please. He goes back, and you hear like metal hitting the ground as he's like clearly moving this thing around. He walks out from the back and blows dust off this helm. Says, "All right, this is helm of resistance, energy helm, if you will. What do you want to know?"
Yeah. Could I try it on for a second?
No.
Okay. Then I am interested. Can you make it red?
For price, yes.
Okay, so I'm prepared to offer you 1,100 gold for a red energy helm.
No.
What? Okay. What price did you have in mind, Malfi?
1,500 gold.
1,500. My goodness. For an energy helm that had dust on it that was just sitting in the back?
Absolutely. Just because it's got dust on it does not mean it's not powerful.
Well, it didn't say anything about the power. I'm just saying maybe 1,100 gold sounds better than dust.
You think 1,100 gold gets you resistance to fire damage? I don't think so.
I do.
Not in this shop.
Okay. Well, maybe do you have a first responder discount?
No.
Wow. I just say under my breath, fuck. Well, is there anything?
What did Nina tell you she sell this helm to you for?
Oh, she was much higher.
Oh, great. Good. A good deal from me then.
1,500, you want? Yes?
What else might you have, since this is the magical goods shop? Do you have anything that might be a little bit more 1,100 gold range?
Let me look. I'll be back. He takes the helm back into the back with him, and he starts not. You hear metal falling on the ground again. Things like pushing over. He walks back out and he says, "This one is you create light in the room. If you do it, that could be 1,100. This one you can speak other languages with it or understand them at least. That's 1,100. These are
Is
the
that all
other-"
languages?
He does a little arcana around it. You can understand them. You don't speak them, I believe. And if you want it red, it'll cost a little bit more, but not crazy.
Yeah. Well, so you're not trying to get rid of that really cool energy helm for 1,100?
I'm trying to get rid of it for 1,500 and then another 50 gold to paint it red.
Yeah. What if do you have like a lien I could have on this?
No.
Okay. Man, well, I just think it's a little too rich for my blood here. You know, I'm just a
Right.
simple fireman on the 3rd tier, and
You work for Guardians?
no, I'm a true 3rd tierer. I'm for the people.
You work for the Dow's house?
Yeah,
Thought it was
that's right.
closed.
There is one left.
Surprising. Okay, well, sorry.
Yeah. Well, Malfi, I don't think this is gonna work out, unfortunately.
Okay.
So I appreciate your time, and I'm gonna go.
Okay. Good. Have a good day.
Okay, bye.
You
I
leave
leave.
Malfi's.
And I just walk back, moping to Stroopwafel covered mouth.
This is my favorite guy in
Malfi's
the world.
shit.
This is the best guy ever.
Fuck that guy.
He rocks.
He rocks.
He's awesome.
Hey, how'd it go?
Oh, not well, Arthur.
Yeah.
I'm like moping.
Did it go
Full
as
Charlie
exactly
Brown
as
over
Nina
here.
said it would?
I'm dragging my axe on the ground. Yeah, Nina said he was gonna be a hard ass, and he was.
You want to take Nina's deal?
Do you have the gold?
I have the gold.
Now I have to face Nina again.
Yep, and you got to do it alone this time.
Okay. I go in and ding ding, open Nina's door.
She looks up and says, "You met Malfi, didn't you?"
Here's 1,250 gold.
All right. Well, I assume he tried to charge you more than me, or equivalent at least.
Here's 1,250 gold. When
right.
can I pick up the helm?
I will be able to get it from him this afternoon, and I will have it for you here first thing tomorrow morning. Was he able to elaborate a little bit more on what it did?
Yeah, you know, he had a funny accent, so I just kind of heard, a bunch of guttural things coming from his mouth with
Give
mixed
me a persuasion check.
6.
I don't feel comfortable with you talking about. It's still another business in town. And we can just leave it at where we are. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything bad about him. I'm just kind of more describing him.
Tell you what, I'll have your home for you tomorrow.
Goodbye. Thank you. I'm gonna go outside now.
You leave.
I go back to Arthur.
How'd it go?
Not great.
You referring to him talking in guttural tones did not not land well with this stranger that knows your mom.
Yeah, Arthur.
Aren't you from the city?
Yeah, you'd think these people would be more friendly to a firefighter,
Right.
but you know
There
what?
must be something with them.
It must. Yes.
Yeah,
It
for
can't
sure.
be me.
No, couldn't, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Could never be, right?
yeah, I know. But hey, we got the helm. It's on the way. It's cooking up. Gonna be red.
Congrats.
And she said come by later and we can pick it up.
Well-
or I could just go alone.
Big news. Well, let's go meet up with the other boys.
And we go and meet up with the other boys.
All right, you convene presumably at the Douse house, since that has been kind of our main meeting point. You all get back there. Stevie's manning the counter or the front desk, and things are quiet around here.
Is there anything anyone wants to do this afternoon? You've got a couple more hours until you think you should go try to head to whatever this ribbon cutting is going to amount to. It sounds like that's kind of the plan at this point. Are there any other conversations to be had, information to be shared with people, or are y'all kind of killing time until then?
Man, these shops are brutal here in New Samaritan. Can't get away with anything.
Hey, she cut you a
It
deal.
was a hell of a deal.
I'm surprised she still gave you the deal after you literally went, well, I'm going to go
I'm going to try to undercut you and then come back.
Yeah, you feel like both you might have. Yeah, I feel like Bilbin left that understanding that he might have only gotten that deal because it sounded like she knows your mother. She was also, Nina's not like an older, like your mother is older than Nina. I think Nina sees your mom as like an older person she respects, and you wouldn't be surprised if you got a talking to from your mother at some point based on how that went.
And then following it up with like vaguely xenophobic comments about
Oh, Bilbin.
Yeah.
All right.
Tough day.
But it couldn't be you, though. Couldn't be you.
It definitely wasn't.
It's got to be
me.
the shops.
It was definitely the shop. Dude, yeah, they're just got to stick up their ass. or
Malfi's
something.
fucking awesome, guys.
Malfi's
you
Malfi's the
misread.
shit,
You
dude.
misread.
Malfi's awesome.
New favorite
Malfi's
NPC?
No bullshit, Malfi.
Good on tokens. Is everyone updated?
Am I token?
Okay.
I think I carved you just another mushroom token that does cure wounds, I believe.
Okay,
That's what you have.
I will add it back. then.
But if we are in this downtime, I will try and make another one.
Yeah,
probably,
great. Yeah,
if
how
we've
is
got
it?
a
Does it take
few
an hour or
hours.
something like that?
Yeah, an hour.
Yeah, absolutely. You can make a token. I will let you just let me know when you do that, and you can distribute it out to whoever you would like to. And then I'm going to say, unless anyone else has anything else, you guys can hang around the Douse house or get out in the neighborhood and walk around a little bit. You can grab some dinner. Either there's food at the Douse house, lots of zucchinis, I think, as we established last time. So
More zucchini fritters on the way.
there's someone picked up tomatoes and cucumbers and some stuff, so you could make some like firehouse ratatouille if you wanted to. After hanging for a little bit, the afternoon starts to turn to evening, and it's getting to be about that time. Bilbin, I think you would be the one to say, you know where this event's happening. This will be the first time that it's in the northeastern quadrant of the third tier, which from where you're on the opposite side of the city, and because of these walls, it can take a little bit to navigate. It's already a big city, and it takes a little bit longer because you have only so many entryways you can take into certain parts of the city.
Mm-hmm.
You all start making your way across the city. It takes a while. Yeah, I mean it's a long walk, and with where all the spaces you have to go ahead, you cut down and under into this gateway into the third tier, and then you have to make your way all the way around to the northeastern tier. You arrive in this new area of New Smyrna City, and you definitely begin to understand, those of you that aren't from here, just the size of this place. As you walk by restaurants, shops, history museums, some art galleries on your way, very meandering walk through the city. As you get closer, you see a decent-sized crowd of people in the street. It looks like there's some music playing and some food vendors selling out there. It looks like they've tried to, local vendors and things have tried to capitalize on this and, sell some goods while there's this crowd gathered. People have gathered early. It's a big city, and there are absolutely people that, want to hear the Vox talk and, want to be a part of this event. As you get closer, you see past the crowd is a large building that reads Veland Moreau's Center for Rehabilitation above it. There is a podium set up at the top of the staircase with some sort of arcane orb floating in front of it, as well as some arcane orbs floating around the crowd. If anyone wants to, you can give me a history check, and then also but I do want everyone to give me a perception check as well, right?
Yeah, I'll do perception, no history.
History's a separate check too, if anyone wants to make it.
Perception.
Also would have passed out snacks, like what as part of cooking, and I'll give 2 temp HP to Bilbin and Saran.
2 temp HP?
2 temp HP.
Also, if we're doing this, Bilbin, I'm going to give you another token. This one...
Different than...
If it's still in your inventory,
It
just
is.
refresh because I just updated it.
Fireman's token?
But it's a fireman's token. This one allows you one casting of heroism.
Cool.
Oh.
Very cool.
I got a 15 on perception, 13 on history.
Okay. It still says shield.
It might take a minute to redo just because it's...
Shay, you can make your Oz. You can make your history check with advantage too if you want to just roll one more, just for the sake of it.
Cool. It's 14.
Cool. Cool. History.
15.
The only thing about with your history check, Velen Moreau was one of the legendary fighters that fought during the Reckoning against the evil wizard Marth. He was the son of the Vox of Bastion at the time, adult son though, and fought with Bastion, survived the Reckoning, and then he was one of the people that led the refugees from Bastion up to what was then Greenbrier, and eventually did become the Vox of Greenbrier as well back in the day. So, who rolled well on perception? What did we get on perception?
I also had a 15.
Oh, so good. 4.
Perfect.
8.
Arthur, you're thinking about that Stroop waffle still.
God, it was so
Bilbin,
good.
you're thinking about trying to talk to shopkeepers better.
Just
I wish
back of
Torna
my
was
mind.
here.
Oz and Saren, you're the two that notice it the most. You see guardians everywhere. There's definitely a strong presence of guardians, as the Vox will be out. And then specifically, the two of you notice that scattered throughout the crowd, a group of people with very specific guardian garb, as decorated with an ornate snake around a hand. As you see Tink, Stevis, and the rest of the group of guardians you met and who saved you earlier today.
I forgot his name was Stevis.
Not Stevis from Demerara. This is different Stevis. You all, you see that as you approach the crowd, you overhear people in the crowd saying that it won't be starting for a little bit. As there's some time in this crowd, is there anything in particular any of you do as you approach the crowd of people, talking to people, seeking out people, anything like that?
Saren would definitely not be trying to draw any attention, I think.
Cool. Are you trying to...
I don't think it's a full stealth roll, but I think it is just
Cool.
Sort of keeping to myself and trying not to bump into anybody. Just like...
Cool.
I guess I would be looking around at, especially after my conversation with Torner earlier, looking around at the general vibe of the crowd, if you will. What it seems like people's emotions, anticipation is like.
Cool.
And also looking around for Tamantha.
You look for...
Where's my girl at? My friend.
You
My bestie.
look for the crowd in general. You hear most people in this crowd talking about how excited they are and how glad that the city is safe. I will say you notice that a lot of the people here also are like dressed a little bit more, maybe not quite aristocratically, but like there's finer garb, and like this definitely feels like a group of people. This doesn't look like a bunch of outer ring people coming in excited about the rehabilitation center. It seems like a bunch of affluent so-and-sos fucking rubbing elbows in the streets, waiting to drink champagne and tour the new space.
I brush off some of the dust on my pants, just
Nice.
looking around. Just, oof. I
Nice.
don't belong.
And then I'm not even going to make you roll. You don't see Tamantha. It seems like she was not required to be at this event, and therefore she is not in this crowd of people.
Incredibly fair.
Yeah.
I think Oz is looking at the crowd and also, but also specifically like the Guardians and seeing like how they're positioned. Like, are they in a position for like preventing people to get into this rehabilitation? Like, because everyone, I'm assuming we're all kind of like looking at where they're going to cut the ribbon at the rehabilitation center, right?
You see that Stevis and Tink and Drek, who is the Goliath, and then Regera, who you knew to be the cleric, they're all closer to the front of the stage, where you presume more the Vox and any other more important or powerful people will be. And then you see the rest of the Guardians regular. You see them kind of like on the perimeter of the crowd. There's a few of them like not deep within the crowd, but yeah, they're all kind of like on the perimeter, just standing at ready in case any funny business were to happen with this public event. Saren, as you try to blend in, you stand and you do feel scaly hand touch the side of your shoulder.
Saren kind of jumps.
Hey,
It's like, whoa.
sorry. You turn around and you see Riptide, who you saw earlier that in direwolf form. They were the one that guardian that you thought you might recognize, and they walk up to you and say, "Hey, are you from Escaldera, perchance?"
Yeah. Sorry if I was in the
No,
way.
Sorry, I'm working, clearly, but I just wanted to come and chat. You looked familiar.
I think you maybe came through my village once.
Yeah.
Long time ago. But
Little.
yeah. Thank you again for this morning.
Don't mention it. You're from that small witch's village in the southeastern edge of the volcano, aren't you?
I think Saren kind of looks around, just to quick clock if anybody else is listening in on this conversation.
He immediately goes into a message link with you. It says, we can speak more privately.
Do I notice this happening?
You can roll perception check. You're right there, so you can roll it, and it's a low DC.
I rolled a 17 for a 16.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. You see Riptide talking to Saren, like a very calm posture, like nothing. Yeah, and there's looks as right now it looks like a very calm conversation. Riptide looks at you and says, "I heard what happened to your village. I'm really sorry. Glad you made it out alive, though."
Yeah, I don't know how, but yeah. So there was nothing left for me there. So
it's hard out there for witches with the Disparati out.
The what?
You hear this word for the first time, and he looks at you with a little shock and said, "I suppose you're young. Maybe had you started any training before you?"
I didn't really even. I guess I knew, but I didn't really know. Actually, kind of found out by accident, not all that long ago.
Sure.
Yeah, I didn't really know what.
Interesting.
What my father was until I didn't know there was a word for it. I guess until very recently.
That's fair. The covens of Bordura used to be a lot more communicative, but we've had to go into the cover of all of our respective homes after. Well, the Disparati are an old, powerful group of witches that leaned into the darker magic of the world. They had been pushed away into the Underdark under the mountains for quite some time, but their presence has started to show up again in the last couple decades or so, which has led to limited communication amongst all the covens. So,
wait, are witches in danger?
I would say so.
And wait, we?
No roll required. Yeah, he's making it known that he also comes from the background of a coven. He says, "Yes, my coven I hail from originally it's located in the Everbog, southeastern Bordura. Yeah, tried to keep quiet. You seem like a good kid, though. I just feel terribly that the Disparati have started to, come back and taken out the covens they have. Give me an Arcana check and an Insight check."
Arcana is only a 10.
Okay.
Insight is a 16.
Cool. You have a moment a snap moment where you flash back to that horrible day at your home, and you think about how surprising it was that the volcano had not erupted fully, but lava plumes erupted out of the side of the volcano, ran down, and it came in a pretty direct cone towards where your village was. you also, I don't know if you know a lot of details, but through the smoke and the haze, there was a lot of fire, but you remember seeing a very even wall of fire thrown up around several sides of your village on that day that I think until this moment you didn't necessarily track as unnatural.
Am I in danger?
We're all in danger, but not today. Just if you want to try and find more information, there's my coven in the Everbog. There's 2 covens in the Deep Wood south of here that are easier to get to, and I don't know where the coven in the Deep Wood is, but I know of someone who does. If you care to go try and seek out more information.
I want to learn. I didn't know. I didn't know what I was, and I still don't really know what I'm supposed to be. So I'm.
Sure.
Does Meizaka talk to you too?
Make an insight check.
13, I believe.
I've had a long relationship with Meizaka, yes. Yeah, you get the vibe he's not sharing everything. Yeah.
But he doesn't seem like surprised that she would have spoken to me.
I think you get 2 things. I think he seems surprised that if she's spoken directly to you, that catches him a little off guard. And also it seems like he's not being as forthcoming about his relationship with her as well. He just says, well, if you make your way to southwestern Bordura first, there's an old traveler that I came across with the last name Jelinek, and I know he's spent time with the witches of the Deep Wood.
And Jelinek is the author of that book.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to give my regards to a fellow coven member in these dark times for our people in Bordura.
Yeah.
So
I imagine there aren't many like us.
Less and less.
Here, especially.
Yeah. Well, hey, Disparati, if you hear that word, go away.
Okay. I will. Thank you.
Of course. He turns to leave, goes back to his duties. After 15 or 20 minutes of fanfare and waiting around, you see a familiar face walk towards the front podium as Ava Osef approaches. Do you actually boo?
No.
Actually boo?
No. We can't build this. We have to.
That's for sure, Dart. That's not AP. AP would never, although I want him to.
A hush grows around the crowd as she begins to speak. Thank you, citizens of New Samaritan City, for joining us on this fine spring evening. Without further ado, it is my privilege and honor to introduce you to your Vox, Kursek Morgood. Crowd breaks into a polite applause, a few cheers, as coming out from a tent near the side of the newly standing Center for Rehabilitation comes a very handsome middle-aged half-orc with a slight limp. He has a neat haircut with his black hair pushed to the side, showing off several streaks of white across it as it falls neatly across his skin. And he has a kind-looking disposition and a slight paunch as he wears a black overcoat over fine clothes. You notice, he limps towards the podium and begins to speak and settle the crowd. Thank you for the warm welcome. Friends, people of our fine community, I want to personally thank all of you for joining us on this very exciting day in New Samaritan City. My father renamed this city from Greenbrier to New Samaritan, not to forget about the past of our community, but to give it a name that more appropriately points us towards the future, one where all are welcome in our fair city, no matter their species, creed, past, or otherwise. One where people here lift up their neighbors, their families, and the strangers they haven't met yet, to make this a great place to be for anyone who chooses
to throughout Bordura. When we opened the first rehabilitation center in the city a few years ago, we named it after my father and his memory because he never wanted to see anyone suffer or left behind. But the ideals of community and acceptance stretch further back than my father or myself. We live in a place with a tumultuous history, but one of recovery and togetherness as well. When Velen Moreau came to Greenbrier all those centuries ago with so many refugees from Bastion, he invested in building a better future for all here and across all of Bordura. As we continue to try and find better ways to help members of our community who have lost their way find it again, it is my great honor to welcome you all to come and see the new Velen Moreau Center for Rehabilitation. Claps. After we cut this ribbon here, we will invite you all inside afterward to take a look at our new facility.
Woo! Let's cut the ribbon.
Thank you. Share a little toast and see how we will continue to make our community stronger. I hope we can continue moving New Samaritan City and all of Bordura into a brighter, better future. Applause happens. Drek walks up. Drek has been holding this big fucking pair of scissors the whole time.
Salivating at my mouth.
Yeah.
Guardians
Drek
of
hands.
Salivation.
All right, guys, are we ready? We ready to enact our plan?
Yes.
Drek hands Vox Morgood a comically large pair of scissors to cut the ceremonial ribbon blocking the entrance of the rehabilitation center. As the Vox begins to cut the ribbon, I need everyone to roll perception for me.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
4.
Okay. 24.
10.
8.
Saren, you are the first person in the crowd to notice that Vox Morgood fails to cut through the ribbon on his first and only attempt. As halfway through severing the ties to this new space, Vox Morgood crumples to the ground on the top steps of the steps of the rehabilitation center for all to see. The crowd begins to make a commotion as the crowd watches their leader fall. Liasriosef and the Guardians closest to the stage rush over and surround the Vox. Everyone give me an additional Arcana check and an additional Perception check. Or give me one. Give me one. Whichever one you think Snap you would do. Give me your Arcana or Perception.
Oh,
in this moment.
Fuck. Everything needs to go to jail today too.
17 Arcana.
17 Arcana.
Not that good. 16.
16 Arcana.
9 Perception.
Oh my god.
Cool. Oz and Saren, you get the sense that you saw a wave of magic very quickly rush over Vox Morgood before he fell. Looked like very powerful magic before he fell. Bilbin, even with a 9, you see Regera, the cleric who revived you all earlier in the day. You see she's one of the first to rush over to the Vox. She tries to cast a spell with a low number. You can't tell exactly what it is. She tries to cast a spell on him first that doesn't take. And she then reaches to a component pouch, and she looks like she is shocked as she doesn't seem to be able to find what she's looking for in her component pouch. And you see a
my god,
horrified look on her face as Tink barks an order, and they carry the Vox's limp body into the doors of the rehabilitation center. Ava Osef approaches the mic orb with a calm demeanor and says to the crowd, thank you again for being here today. Vox Morgood took an unexpected fall just now, and our team is helping him heal right now. Due to these unforeseen circumstances, we will have to postpone our tour and champagne toast until the Vox is feeling a bit better. We appreciate you all for being here this evening, and we will see you around the city. Get home safe. She leaves the podium, goes inside the rehab center, and the crowd is in a commotion.
Whoa.
The Guardians all the Guardians around the crowd are standing at the ready in case anything crazy happens. It doesn't look like anyone's doing anything. It's just like people are talking like what just happened. People are confused. The Guardians rushed over pretty quickly and like blocked the view of it all. But from what you all just saw, it looks like Vox Morgood has fallen in some way.
Okay. So the Guardians that took the Vox, that's like the A team. Like the crew that saved us this
The
morning?
squad?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
A few of them. It looks like you didn't see Ribsag in the building, but you can't find him in the crowd anymore. And then the wizard was also the wizard was on the edge of the crowd. She's near the front door of the rehab center, but hasn't gone in yet. Kind of like standing guard at the front of the rehab center.
And then just a purely irrelevant question that I don't care what the answer is.
Sure.
What happened to the scissors?
Drac grabbed the scissors and brought them inside.
Damn
of
it.
the rehab center.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I tried.
+3 Scissors of Smiting.
Is that like a great sword, but like scissors?
Dude, they were so cool.
I'm envisioning
They were
scissors
so
like
cool.
this big.
They were huge.
Now,
Yeah. It was easily the most impressive weapon you've ever seen.
46.
So the 17 Arcana, you said that I saw a magic warp around the Vox.
You did. I will also honor your Arcana checks. You saw the spells that you saw Regera try to, she did not get to cast anything else. She tried to cast a Cure Wounds and it did not take.
Whoa.
that could be like a... Yeah, and then...
Did I see like a direction from the like where the magic was coming from?
You did not. You all rolled your first perception checks and you did not see anything.
Well, damn, I
Wait,
hope the Vox gets better.
the first perception check?
The first ones you rolled,
Where I got a
you
24?
did not see anything.
Fuck!
Yeah, somebody capable of stealing fucking diamonds out of a component pouch?
Yeah, true.
I'm gonna pop detect magic.
Cool. Y'all are like kind of near the back of the crowd. You don't pick up on any. Yeah, you detect like any sort of magic items that people have in the crowd, but you don't detect anything like abnormal in this crowd of people right now.
Well, I sure hope the Vox feels better.
Yeah, we definitely want the Vox feeling good, Arthur. We both publicly say.
Can I reach out to Tabitha
Sure.
and ask her if she would be willing to invisibly just fly above and see if she sees anything?
You want me to go up there? Yeah, of course.
Yeah, just kind of, it's kind of chaotic down here. See if you can tell what's going on.
She tugs on your beard and gives you a little thumbs up, Arthur. It's just checking with you for your
You're
approval.
invisible. I can't see you.
Oh yeah, all right. I'm fucking out of here. She flies up. She circles the air for a while, and she says, "I don't see it."
Nat 20.
She rolled a nat 20. And she says, "I don't see anything out here. Weird. I feel like I got a pretty good read on everything. There's a couple good food stands we might want to hit on the way out after this thing. And this, yeah, I mean, there's that wizard lady from the morning. She's standing by the door, but I don't see any weird characters out here. Very strange."
Wizard lady from the morning.
There was a wizard as part of the
A-team.
one of the A-team.
Oh, gotcha.
There's
We're
one
just
member.
calling them the
There's one
A-team
member of the
now.
A-team
Yeah.
just like standing right in front of the entrance to the door.
Capable of casting knife level spells.
wizardry?
Yeah. How powerful of a wizard is
Is this a necromancy wizard?
On a
17th level spellcaster?
on a nat 20, like you don't get the feeling that anyone on that
Sure.
you don't get the feeling that, like you would have seen somebody. You are all aware of magic enough now at this point. Like you would have seen somebody cast a powerful spell
Sure.
right in front of the stage, in front of the crowd. You did not see that.
Unless they were on greater invisibility.
Or if the scissors were cursed.
Yeah.
And, like trying to use
But
them.
Drek was holding him.
Interesting.
But
yeah,
using
but wasn't
them,
using them.
Yeah.
I could see that being.
I mean, that's
Interesting.
a long
It's a really
shot,
powerful
but-
pair of scissors, guys.
Interesting.
+3 Scissors of Smiting. Great
Yeah, the scissors bit started this session. Brendan hasn't had time to like.
The great Scissors of Smiting are cursed.
Awesome. Yeah, Tabitha flies back down and says,
Well, thanks for looking.
"Yeah, of course. We'll find something eventually. I don't know. What the hell? Is that guy dead?"
I don't know. Should
Fuck.
we? I think, kind of looking towards Billman and Oz especially. Like, should we get out of here?
Yeah, we should be.
Yeah, we should probably get out of here.
Something's not right. It's definitely not fishy, or it's definitely not safe.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, certainly there's. I mean, the A team's on it. There's nothing we can do. Let's. I don't know that we're in danger, but I don't. I mean, You know how crowds can be.
In the crowd, does it sound like most people are just kind of confused, scared, don't know what's going on?
Yeah, absolutely. You like see nobody's really departed this space yet. They're all just like gossiping in the crowd, like totally.
Sure.
Yeah, but like everyone looks absolutely shocked around you.
Let's get back to the first tier. I don't want to be near this.
Is there anybody that... This is crazy, but is there anybody that doesn't look shocked in the crowd?
Crit on your
Roll
insight,
a
baby.
perception
Crit on
check
your
for me,
insight.
Yeah. Come on.
or insight. Yeah, whichever stat you want to use.
It's a 19 on the die.
Cool. For a what?
19.
You, the only person that isn't in uproar right now, like the wizard in front of the door, whose name was Pliff. She like looks very stoic. She's
Sure.
not talking to anybody. But even on a 19, I would say even her, like you see a little bit of like wider eyes. She was like a very nervous person when you talked to her this morning, and like she looks, her body language is awkward, but she looks just like ready. She's waiting for like anyone to try to like do anything crazy or get in the building or something like that. So
See if crowd control.
she looks a little like she's not having the same emotion as everybody else, but it's not necessarily like I thought this was going to happen look.
Yeah, but everybody in the crowd is collectively freaking
absolutely.
out. Cool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we should get the hell out of here.
Yeah, we should probably regroup at the honey hole.
Yeah, I could use a little bit of milk poured directly into my mead right now.
You all head to the honey hole.
Can I stop by? Do you think it's enough time to stop by and get my new helm?
She said the next day. She said she was going to pick it up this afternoon. You'd be able to pick it up tomorrow.
You know, I bet though, she'd love to see you if you want us to.
You know, maybe I left off on the wrong foot there.
Do you want to go back?
I'll fix that tomorrow.
I will say that
Okay.
that Mouth's place you were talking about sounded cool.
Mouths?
Mouthies?
Oh, Malfi's. You know, I personally wouldn't want to go back there, but if you guys want to go, and I will go with you, but I guess.
Right, because he was super mean to you, right?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't say he was.
For no reason?
He was guttural.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
No.
Okay. You know, if you guys want to go there, he's got some magic items. Perhaps you could buy something. I'm going to go start up a tab at the honey hole.
I think that feels like the
Honey
vibe
hole
right
feels
now.
like, yeah. Let's get out.
Cool.
Well, holy shit.
You all leave the ribbon cutting and head to the honey hole. Not necessarily confident in what you just witnessed, but clearly seeing the Vox of New Samaritan lying helplessly on the ground. Yeah, what's everyone thinking about right now?
I guess like along the way, walking and be like, what the hells do you guys think happened?
Well,
I couldn't see what was going on. Oz, did you get a beat on it?
I saw some sort of magic signature around the Vox before he crumpled to the ground, so I don't... It seemed like some sort of foul play. How it was executed, I'm not sure.
Is he dead?
Oh, from my understanding, the cleric tried to cure him. The spell didn't find purchase, and she looked into her spell component pouch and couldn't find what she wanted to find. So there's a good chance the Fox is not doing so great right now.
He's a goner?
I'm not sure. I'm not there.
What happens if he is? I think Saren, like looking at Bilbin, who probably know the most
Would
about
I know,
politics
like,
in the city.
if that I would probably know if that Vox would go
Roll
down
a history check for me.
the next like secession. 15.
Cool. You would know that some sort of temporary leadership would step in, and they would hold an election though to
Who
elect
would
a new-
get? Do I know who would gain
On
that?
15, you know that Lias Ray of OSF will step in as
No
the temporary
way!
Vox.
Which is his sister?
No.
Omar's sister.
Omar's sister? Yes.
Yeah.
So here in New Samaritan, if a Vox goes down, which has happened not too many times before, but
In your history, nothing like this has happened in your lifetime, and like not.
but
that
in the
you've
history
heard-
books, like it has happened.
I don't know if it's ever happened. Like this is probably the first time that it's ever happened in this way. Like usually a Vox would step down. Most of history of Voxes have stepped down. There hasn't been anything like this that's happened in the history of the recent history for sure.
So
fucking assassination.
anything I know about this is it hasn't ever happened, and the next person that would assume leadership if the Vox is incapable of leading is that would be Omar's sister.
Could do worse.
Could do a lot better too.
Does it seem a little fishy though?
A lot fishy.
Does assassination of the leader of the biggest city in the continent seem fishy? A little bit.
There's probably no reason anybody would want to do that, I'm sure.
Why would you want control of this?
I mean, our very own Bilbin Billings has expressed desire to kill Voxes before, so I don't
Yeah,
feel
maybe
like
you
it's,
shouldn't talk about that right now.
Yeah. Let's let it brush over real quick, Saren.
Oh, man. Oh, golly.
Yeah, this is interesting.
I think one thing that's going through Arthur's brain right now is the fact that we were in Ava's office.
Yes.
And there was a magical ward. They couldn't cast spells. Was there anything like... clearly wasn't anything like that in the space we were in.
Nope.
Any reason? Or like, wards in that area?
You can give me an Arcana check if you
I
want.
wouldn't.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
You wouldn't know.
Okay. Just seems like oddly
I think
small amount of security for...
I guess the question would be then, though, like I assume there were no like sigils or anything carved. Like there was no evidence of them having tried to place a barrier there. We were literally
those
just out
orbs,
front
though,
of this
floating,
building.
right?
The orbs were projecting the voices of the characters. It was like, the orb in the podium was basically a microphone that was being projected out and through all those orbs.
Thama orb.
Also, that it was like an uppity event for like the higher social circles. So like they probably just felt like they didn't need it.
Hubris. Icarus, how he falls from the sky.
Well, and they like, as you saw, they had a cleric there that clearly thought they were going to be able to do something.
Diamonds on them.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's badass.
As you walk back across town, you arrive at the honey hole, and you see that there is an extra long line outside that you will have to wait in to gain entry.
Fuck this place.
Stretching about 15 people back from the door.
What was the place next door called?
As you look over next door, you see the Apple and the Ale, and it looks
There it is.
quiet tonight. And you notice a sign on the outside of the door.
Oh, what does the sign say? Bilbin walks up.
You walk up in it. You see a sign that says, "Tending to some family matters tonight. Had to close up. Appreciate you all, Tish."
I love that the sign says that in that accent.
Yeah. You can just tell.
Appreciate you
Bilbin,
all.
you would
right.
know that Tish is Trish's sister.
Great.
Yeah. So you putting two and two together, you could presume that with Trish being in rougher wares and both her and her business, that Tish might have closed for the night to be with her sister.
Yeah. Okay.
You get in line at the honey hole and waiting for a bit. After
Is
about
Tamantha in line already?
After 15 minutes or so of waiting, you hear someone behind you say, "Well, I wasn't sure if you boys were going to show up tonight." And she approaches. Her hair is down from the updo she wears at work, and she's wearing a very cute dress this evening.
Tamantha, don't you look nice?
Well, Arthur, thank you so much.
It was
very
wonderful
kind.
seeing you outside of work.
Yeah, well, I mean, thank God, right? Jeez. I hope that you boys are ready to have some fun tonight.
Well, we'll try our best after what just happened.
What do you mean?
You haven't heard yet, I assume.
No.
Well, don't worry about it. We're going to have a great time tonight.
Okay.
Nothing bad happened at all in the last hour.
All right.
Your Vox just got assassinated.
Okay. What happened? Rip the Band-Aid off, why don't we?
Jesus. I'll message Tamantha and
She
just say,
looks horrified.
at the ribbon cutting, something happened to the Vox.
Leave it to a
and
wizard.
he fell. And they canceled the rest of the event.
Oh, fuck. Work's going to suck so much tomorrow.
Something to drink about.
Okay.
The fucking realist response.
Yeah.
All right. That's shocking.
We need drinks, yeah?
We need drinks.
You got an inn to this place, or do we just have to wait in line?
She snaps, "Tony!" You all
Fuck yes.
scoot around the line, and as you go in, she says, "Whew, I'm really ready now to cut loose a bit tonight. Have some friends coming to join us. I think tonight will be a fun night. I'm excited to check this place out. It looks a little pretentious, but we'll see what happens." You all go inside the honey hole. It is like a little too lightly, it's like lit with like yellow and gold, and it's like a little bright inside.
Jesus.
Just like so many booths around the bar, and everyone is sipping on. There's like
All booths.
yeah, there's like
Everything. All they serve is milk punches.
well,
The booths in the center of the floor.
yeah, you see that
milk
like
punch
all
everywhere.
the drinks have the same color of like golds and like whites and clear like milk punches, and you see
Awesome.
that like there's some people that they're like house specialty must be some sort of like hot mead with milk infused into it. It's like foamed on top basically.
I hate this place.
And
This is the place, says Bilbin.
yeah. And yeah, you walk in and Samantha says, all right, let's get a drink, boys. And you walk into the bar and the bartender says, what are we having tonight, gentlemen?
We'll have 4 holes, please.
4 whole milk meats.
Correct.
Okay.
Is that how we order here? This is first time.
No
I
one's
will
ever
say.
ordered like that from me before, but I think I understood the gist.
What's a usual thing that someone would get here? Other than 4 holes.
Oz is looking at the menu and he's like,
Actually, this clarified fey bird looks delicious. guys.
Sure. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. Between you and me, the whole milk meat thing is not for everyone here. So I would, that clarified fey bird is quite delightful if you want to do that.
Is that kind of like a daiquiri?
It's got rum in it.
All right, make it 2.
All right.
You know
Great.
what? Make it 3.
Great. Any allergies in this group?
Fuck off.
Jesus Christ.
Just nutmeg.
Oh, perfect. We won't put any nutmeg on your drink, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll have the same.
Okay.
You know why I'm here. I want some of that whole milk goodies.
Do you want cold or hot?
Awful question. No. Awful question.
You know what? I think I want it hot.
I
Great.
can always make it cold
Awesome.
later.
And for you,
Perfect,
Miss,
thank
and
you,
Samantha
sir.
says, "I'll get on in the Faybird, vibes. It sounds delightful." The bartender goes, "Clarified cocktails are already like mostly pre-batched out, so she gets them over to you quickly. It takes like a minute to make this like hot mead milk mixture, served in like Irish coffee mug
Yeah.
to Bilbin, and you all get your beverages and can go find the place to sit. Bilbin, give me a Constitution saving throw.
God.
Oh no!
That's when you know it's good.
I rolled a 4, which means I got a 4.
You feel fine right now.
Will, can you put this die on the timeout chair?
You know what?
This-
I think
this-
it's going to be a really good night.
This drink tastes
Wait,
delicious.
do you want me to time out this die or
Dude,
done
you could
scout
you
this
could take
die?
a bandsaw to the middle of that, honestly, dude.
Bilbin.
Yeah, dunce
drink
it.
tastes fucking delicious, and your stomach feels fine right now.
Awesome.
Man,
Mr.
that's pretty
Dungeon
good.
Master, I would have, as we leave the bar, just put 5 gold on the bar and say, whatever this gets us.
Oh, I was gonna. You seem like nice people. I would have let you pay at the end, but thank you very much. That's
Oh,
good.
yeah. We'll just say we'll keep it rolling until we hit 5 gold.
and this
then
will, that'll be a few rounds at least.
Perfect.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think we're going to need it.
Great. You all find you cozy up into these they're like white leather booths with the gold around them, and it looks like a seashell behind you in the booths. There's a lot of there is like this weird the owner must be fascinated with the history of both milk production and mead production. So there's just lots of artwork on the walls that are old pictures of farms and things about actual production of products on
Are
the
there
wall.
cows being milked on paintings?
There's one in the bathroom if you go in there.
I would for sure.
Yeah.
It's awful.
This place is awful.
This place sucks.
Why did you create this?
And you all get into the honey hole. Samantha looks at you and says, "All right, so what the fuck happened?"
That's what we know. I mean,
Essentially,
we tried to get out of there. We didn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, being more or less outsiders in the city, and certainly in that particular crowd, I didn't think we wanted to draw too much attention.
Yeah, that's
More than we already had.
crazy. This was supposed to be just they had so many guardians there. They were
I can't believe something was able to happen to him. That makes no sense.
Yeah, essentially picked up those scissors, tried to chop that little ribbon in half, and then just falls over.
Just like we thought. Must have been the scissors.
And yeah, those scissors look so cool, man.
Did you see who did it, or like what happened? Did he just like keel over?
There's nothing. He just crumpled on the ground like a wet sack of potatoes.
God, that's unbelievable. Oh, God. Ava's going to be so fucking annoying tomorrow, my God.
Yeah, she's going to assume leadership in this time.
Yeah, I know. And I don't know. I've known her. I've been able to hold down this job for a few years. And she's just, I feel like with all the things with the Guardians and things, I feel like ever since that's happened, she's just so high strung and stressed all the time. She used to be so much more friendly, and I feel like, I don't know if it's pressure from her job, and like they're doing a lot, like the city's doing a lot, but it's just, I mean, she's just so high strung these days. Oh my God.
I finish my Faber and just say, she sucks, doesn't she?
She has always given time off when I've needed it, and at least in the past, and always used to give us nice gifts for holidays at work. I mean, I don't know. She's been harder to be around in recent memory, is what I would say. I will not speak ill of my employer, and I don't think she's a bad woman, but she has been tough to be around recently, that is for sure. She's busy all the time, barely see her. I mean, she's out and about constantly too.
Would you say that was a quick switch, or was it just sort of over time she got?
I don't know. I mean, I guess over time, I don't know. It's interesting. It feels like it was over time, and I guess people change. It just, I don't know. I remember I remember Ava having a zest for life when she started her position. I don't know if the role has just taken that out of her, but she used to let me call her Ava at work, and now it's the Leasri, and she gets pissed. I think she heard that I called her Mrs. Osef at some point, and she said, "We don't do that." Not like that, but like fucking. Yeah, she's kind of a bitch sometimes, but it's fine. But no, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's just the job, probably. I don't know. I wouldn't want to do what she does. It seems awful, frankly.
No, it's about to get a lot worse. So.
Do you know anybody that would, have it out for the former, now, Vox of this city?
Well, let's hope that we get good news still.
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, there's, the people with ill intentions everywhere in life, but ultimately, I mean, yeah, I'm not involved in any of the highfalutin meetings or anything like that, but ultimately, I haven't heard of any dangers or threats. Like the security detail that I knew, I helped make sure that they had all the security there tonight, and it was a normal amount of people for a thing like this. They usually, when the Vox is speaking in public, they often will have high security there, so that's not crazy. So but again, we have events like this fairly often, and nothing like this has ever even happened in my time. So the fact that he seemingly fell over, I mean, hopefully he's fine. I don't know. She finishes her drink. I need another round. We're drinking.
I got it.
I hold up my finger and go, yep.
To the bartender?
Just in agreement.
Here, I'll get the next round. And Saren will kind of excuse himself. And
the
head
bartender
up to the bar.
looks at Bilbin with like a squinting face, looking confused, and then Saren approaches and she gives you another round for the table.
Thank you.
Bilbin just not knowing how to act.
The bartender
ever.
looks at you and says, "Does your friend want another one of the hot drinks?"
My friend is not the most adept in social situations, so
that's
as best you can, we'll try and mediate.
Sweetie, I work
his
at a bar. Sweetie, I work at a
you.
bar. I deal with inept people all the time. You don't have to explain anyone to me.
It doesn't make it better, but I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll put 2 gold in the bar, and then.
Oh, you don't. Your friend already put. You're fine.
No, this is just for you. Thank
Oh.
you.
Thanks, sweetie.
And then I'll take.
Does he want another one of the hot ones?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay. Strong stuff.
Hey, Saren, can you make it 2 more for me?
Yeah. So,
Thanks, buddy.
Cool. She gets you a repeat, and then she after you bring the drinks over, she comes over with a round of shots for you all as well.
thank you.
Yeah, we got some just rum too, so it doesn't all have to be in the fancy drinks we have here.
Bilbin only wants the hot milk.
Great, perfect. You already rolled a 4 on your constitution, so drink up, buddy.
Do I have to roll?
No,
again?
you're gonna roll again,
you
right?
already rolled. You already rolled. You're fine.
Oh,
you
so
feel, you feel
it's
good.
gonna hit me later,
This
is
is
what you're
hitting
saying.
right, and your stomach feels awesome.
Awesome. This would be a bad time to find out I'm lactose intolerant.
Yeah.
No, rum's the key to my heart. If anybody needs to know that.
Fire in
Well,
my
I'll
stomach.
file that away and things that I'm glad I know.
Sorry, not Ava. Samantha looks at all of you and says, "Well, what do you? My day's gonna be awful tomorrow. What are you getting into tomorrow?"
What are we? Your deal? What do
Yeah,
we
so
need to do?
we got this guy that we're tracking, and
Oh, interesting.
and he's made his way north of town. So he's made his way south of town.
Okay, which one is it?
Sorry, this whole milk it numbs the brain a little bit.
You're sweating a little bit.
Am I?
Yeah, just a little bit.
I look down in my seat and yeah, all my clothes are like damp.
Do you want me to make it cold? Do you think that would be better?
Yeah. Could you make it a little cold for me, Saren?
Yeah.
I'm actually getting real hot.
Okay. Yeah.
like real warm. Do I
I'll
look
start.
okay? I look over at Oz and
you look okay.
Arthur, and I feel like my face is so red.
Bilvin, you've never looked better. You got a glow about you.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna like.
He looks bad.
I'm gonna start doing my like breath thing to like chill it, but I'm gonna say like, because this glass was hot, I gotta take it a little slow so it doesn't shatter. So I'll have this for a second. You'll get it
Okay.
back. And I'm just as a way to like maybe give Bilbin like a break from the drink for a second. But yeah, I'll slowly start like chilling
cool,
it down.
Perfect.
Yeah. Anyway, we gotta go track this guy south of town, and
Okay. Do you know who you're looking for?
oh yeah.
What's their name?
It's
their name is Wix Jenin, and
Wix Jenin.
Lift was the name that you knew.
Lift. Yeah.
Lift. Yeah. He goes by name Lift.
Samantha says, "You said you're looking for a guy, but I know a girl that
Yeah, there it is.
You know, I
know
coming
a-
from the Douse house, I might be a little stereotypical with my he's and hers and thems and all that. I also get it wrong in front of people sometimes. So
okay.
like, I'm actually not. I'm a little challenged when it comes to gender stuff.
That's okay. We're all
but I'm
learning.
trying my hardest.
Yeah, that's
I really
good.
am.
As long as you're trying, it's all right. We're learning every day. Just gotta get. Yeah, it's good. It's a good thing to work on and get better at. It's
Hey, anyway, this Lift. So you know this gal.
I know of her. Not in. We've hung out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So when you say you know of her, you pals?
friends of friends. We've grabbed drinks in circles. Why are you looking for her?
Well,
I actually don't know.
I know
It's-
she
it's
doesn't
kind
talk.
of a-
She's never talked a lot about her
it's kind
personal
of
life to me. But
Yeah. Speaking of personal stuff, it's kind of a personal matter.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
No, you're. And
Pry?
listen. I'm opening up. I just want to say, like, I can't really tell too much more about why we're going, but it's nothing to be worried about.
Can I roll insight on Samantha's
Well, I hope-
behavior when she's reaction?
Yeah, absolutely.
Does she buy that?
Yeah, she doesn't pry.
I rolled
Okay.
an out one.
I'll roll insight too. Because I think I might.
And I'll roll insight too.
Nah.
And I'll roll insight.
I did roll a
not
nat
better.
20.
Yeah.
I rolled a nat 20.
Seven.
It's
Got a 7.
It's awesome. Got to roll the dice sometimes. You don't read. Yeah, she's just reacting as a normal person. You're not reading anything. And you don't get anything out of how she's reacting.
I haven't gotten all the details yet. Even I mean, as you can tell, but
Sure.
to my understanding, she had something that we're just supposed to pick up for someone else. Just
Okay.
like,
Well,
gig economy and stuff.
Understood. Well, I hope she's all right. She's always been a really sweet lady to me when I've gotten to hang out with her. So
She's got a cool name.
yeah, cool nickname
Yeah.
for sure. I mean, she has a cool regular name too. She doesn't.
Lift.
Well, yeah, her name's Wix. but-
Wix.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Lift is her.
Nickname.
Yeah, she's good at. She's a bit of a trickster. She's
So this Wix, you is there any like place we can try to track her down quicker? Like
Well, I haven't seen her in a while.
but does she like to like frequent? Maybe like gambling houses or maybe like hot springs or something. Something to go off of.
I've only ever, like I said, she's a friend of a friend, so we've grabbed drinks at, the Apple and the Ale and a few other spots around town. But well, we haven't. I can reach out to some friends and see if they've heard from her.
It's probably fine.
I'm going to kick Bilbin under the table and she's like, no worries at all. I'm sure we'll find her again. It's just,
Yeah,
All right.
I'm just kind of chatting, here at the old hole.
yeah,
Sure.
we'll tell her you said hey.
Yeah, I'll tell you
We
what.
will.
I'll tell you what. If you go drinking with her, she's pretty slick. Every once in a while, she can, sneak a drink from behind that bar for free.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is my kind of gal.
Yeah,
I got him. Hey, maybe
She's fun. She's a little feisty.
Maybe
I like her.
Good at picking pockets.
I don't know about that. I've never seen her do that, but I wouldn't be surprised. She's
That either means she doesn't do it or she's really good.
quick on.
Interesting.
She's never.
you don't know.
I've always had all my stuff on me after I've hung out with her, but who's to say? She's a quick, cute little thing. She is. So. Well, yeah. All right. Well, I hope you find her. Yeah. If you see her, say hello for me and
Yeah,
We will.
tell her
Samantha.
tell her we'd love to grab drinks with her again at some point. Awesome. Unless there are any other conversations you want to have with Samantha specifically, she has some friends show up. You all can drink and hang out. Bilbin, are you drinking any more hot milk the rest of the night?
Now it's cold. Right?
Yeah, but
This
if
one's
you finish
cold,
that
but it's the same
round, yeah,
drink.
is anyone drinking any more hot?
Absolutely not.
Cool.
No way.
I mean, are we doing another round, boys, or am I just the only one?
I imagine we're here for at least one more round.
Samantha's friends are really cute and super sweet. It's like, yeah.
Which one has green
There's like
hair?
a really handsome drow.
Green hair?
Is there one with green hair?
There's a really handsome drow man that comes in.
Okay, tell me more.
Super cute elven woman, dwarven woman with like beautiful like blonde hair and like a beautifully braided beard, and then really just like a suave, handsome halfling man, and all very Samantha, like you seeing Samantha with her hair down, you're like, oh, this is a very attractive person, and she keeps company with very attractive people.
Like in human vibes, like 20s something.
Oh yeah. Everyone's like, everyone here is like, mostly the drow man seems like a little bit like maybe like 30s for a drow, and then everyone else seems like mid to late 20s vibes.
I think the more AP is drinking, the more he's like, I am just so much older than these people.
I'm just so much younger than these people.
And I am just right.
Hey Arthur, I am glad you're here. Hey, you know what? Hey,
You can do it now too.
do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want. Samantha.
Absolutely.
The night is ours, if you will.
Oh yeah, it is.
You know what? This is a great time. I had my reservations about this place, but the company makes it worth it.
My friend
Hey,
tells
you had a reservation this entire time and waited in line?
Yeah, you know what? Sometimes it's about the experience, Bilbin.
You know what?
You want every little bit of it.
And I love that about you, man.
This guy.
Did I ever tell you how much I love being around you guys? And then Oz is over. Oz, okay. Let me just unpack this.
Hey, Samantha, you and your friends might want to clear out for this.
Oz takes the shot of rum.
I'm watching all this. Sweetie.
Oz, I know that you don't see eye to eye to me at the Douse House, but
Oh, this is like real talk.
I just want to say
Goodness.
that I just want to say thank you, because you at least stood by me through all that we've been through already, and you were able to aid me, save me, and support me in everything that we've gone through, even though you might have your differences about the Douse House. But I just want to say thank you, and I do appreciate you being here.
Well, that's what mates do, eh?
Yeah. I just wanted to get that off my chest.
Do you feel better, Bilbin?
I think I need some more whole milk.
I think you should probably lay off that, eh?
Nah.
Yeah, you're really sweating right now, dude.
Now I'm like slightly like
You just felt
huffy
the
face?
first gurgle
Ooh,
of
there it is.
lactose hitting your stomach.
Yeah.
You're sweating like there's a fire.
Yeah, anyway, sorry about all the kind of rude things I said earlier. I'm working on that, but I do appreciate you being here and understand that you might have your differences towards my goals.
There's
Saving
no,
the Douse House.
no hard feelings at all, mate.
Yeah, well, it felt pretty hard earlier.
Yeah, well,
Felt actually like you hated me
Oh,
and
it's really
hated,
getting serious.
and then I
now.
hated you, but then now I don't hate you. I just need I need to cool down, and now I just want to say thank you.
Hey, I feel like sometimes mates have to say the hard thing to hear. And, if your friends won't do it, who's gonna?
And then I go over to Oz and give him like a big hug. A sweaty, drippy hug.
Incredible.
Oz winces at first, but then embraces, and
my God, man, you're fucking wet.
Oh, yeah, I am.
Hey,
all right. On that note, I'm gonna get out of here.
Yeah, Oz, do you take any time to share with the party members that you haven't talked to yet about the fact that you might be embarking on a new adventure yet?
Yeah. So Oz, like, not even, I wasn't joking. Oz, after he slams that, says that with Bilbin. He says,
Well, I have some things I need to attend to, some things I need to write down and prepare for my journey.
What?
Yeah. Well, I have to do some trials to get into the order. You know, this order of scribes that I've been sent here to be a part of.
Yeah, sure. That's why we're here in the city together, right?
Saren just kind of looks down.
Well, we were originally here to deliver the letter from Vox Omar. And
Yeah,
I just-
and then your
aligned with my
guy
goals.
was going to be here. We were going to do the trials, and then go somewhere else. And
Yeah, well, the trials aren't here.
all right.
So
Well, where are they?
I gotta go to Bastion.
Well, you got time though.
It seems pretty urgent.
You're leaving not tomorrow morning, but the morning after.
In 2 days. Well, a little less than that. Two rests from now. I gotta leave. So.
What?
Yeah. I'm following my own path.
You're leaving us?
Unfortunately, the circumstances aren't favorable, but this is something that I've been working towards for a long time.
After all this, well, I guess I understand if you got your own things you're working on, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, I realize that, and I'm sorry that I have to leave, but it seems that you all be heading to Breakwater. That's where my family is. Maybe we'll meet up there at some point. Maybe I'll see you along the line. So these trials won't be taking up my entire life. It's a short thing, and once I pass and I'm a part of this order, then I'll be free to do what I want.
So it's just like that.
Yeah, Arthur, it's just like that.
I look over at Saren. You knew?
Found out today.
Saren.
Samantha's crying. This is making me sad.
It's
It might be the alcohol, but
You can't tell my tears from my sweat on my face. But definitely a look of sorrow.
the only other thing that Saren would kind of add, especially as Arthur's like staring him down, is just, I met you guys because you were drunkenly chasing me through a dark alley. And it's, we've seen some shit since then. We've had a weird little journey, but I don't know where my journey's going. I don't know where Bilbin's journey's going. Arthur, I certainly don't know where your journey's going, but for this moment, Oz knows where his journey's going, and I think when you know where you're going, you gotta go. I'm getting another round. And Saren just slips out and heads back up to the bar.
You all continue to drink. Maybe a little more somber tone to the night than there was at the Honey Hole. And eventually you all go home and can mark a long rest.
I think that you would see a lot of words on Arthur's face, and after what Saren says, he chooses not to say them.
I will say that night, Oz is scribing.
Cool. Oz, you sit at a... do you think you try to sit at that big long table at the Dow's house, or just under the covers of your bed?
No, I'll sit at the table.
Cool.
A place that I'm comfortable, usually at a desk.
You sit and are scribing, and where is your spell orb?
Yeah, so whenever Oz is scribing or writing spells into his book, he has it out in front of him. I've said this before, but just to reiterate, to describe this, he usually is muttering in Goblin to this orb as it's just sitting there on the desk, because it kind of has it's above the table. It's a way of him to it kind of records what he's saying.
Cool.
In a way.
You are recording into this. You're recording into the orb, and you see a little wash of light go over it, and you all of a sudden hear what are you working on this evening, Master Thorum?
Goodbyes.
Sorry to hear that. That sounds less fun than the research that we normally get to do.
Well, it's part of life, isn't it?
Yes, well, for as much as I understand magic and you've taught me, I guess I don't really understand life, your orb says to you.
I guess that's right.
But it seems that those of you that get to live it certainly enjoy it. Sounds exciting and fun and painful and sad all at once. Emotion, that's not something I experience, but seems like most people are happy to have them.
It's a bitter reminder of our mortal lives.
Well, I'm happy that I've awakened to you and that I will get to continue with you on your journey as we venture into the unknown together.
Yes. Wait, help me scribe this.
And he pulls out a strip from the orb. It glows with some glyphs. And Oz takes a break from writing the letters and begins scribing spells.
Cool. Awesome. As you wish, Master Thorum. You stay up and do that. Does Oz fall asleep at the table, or does he make it to bed eventually?
I think Oz feels himself getting tired, and he puts away the things that he doesn't wish others to see.
Cool.
As far as the scribing and the lettering, and he sits there, and there's a letter from his father that he's carried around with him for a while, and I think he falls asleep reading, having his spell book read it to him.
Cool. Your spell book reads you a letter from your father, and as you sleep that night, you end up having a dream about your past. You've just finished college at Breakwaters University, and throughout your time in school, fell in love with learning about history, learning about magic, learning about your place in the world. But you grew up living two lives, Osric Thorum, a life of someone who loved to read, loved to learn, loved to understand information, and also a life of someone who loved adventure, loved the sea, loved to hear the stories of your father and the mysteries of the worlds, not just historical events, but the treasures that have been created by people and gods and whatever other creatures may have inhabited Bordura and the rest of Procarum. You find yourself in a dreamlike memory from this time, and you are with your father on a little skiff off the northern coast of Breakwater, out for a sail on his day off. Your oldest brother is training with the Breakwater Brigade. Your youngest brother is still living at home, and no matter how hard your parents try, they can't seem to keep him out of trouble. Your dad has always seen you as a good kid and always hoped you'd follow your older brother's footsteps and join the brigade because you've loved the sea since you were a little kid. You also recently returned from visiting your Aunt Zika in Dublin, and for the first time in your life, found yourself having a meaningful conversation with her about what she does. Not just a librarian or record keeper, but a historian, a member of a group dedicated to the preservation and continued uncovering of history in and for Bordura. As you sit here, what is Oz thinking about between finishing studying and trying to figure out what to actually do with his life?
Yeah, I think up until this point, he maybe did see a future on the sea and following in that realm. But then, being around magic in the sense from his father being an artificer, it's always been something that he's interested in. But being a sailor and adventure was always something that he thought he would pursue for the rest of his life. But then visiting Aunt Zika and her witnessing her passion and love for keeping record and like the history of magic and how it affects the world and how everyone got their magic and like just like magic to its most intricate level as if like you're unweaving like an intricate piece of art or knitting. Oz has found a new love, and he's like, this is a real adventure in a different way, and so it's he's battling this feeling that this whole time coming home he was thinking, man, I know my dad really wants me to do this, but this is going to be a hard conversation. This is going to be a hard thing to tell him that like, hey, I actually don't want to do this. I want to go and maybe pursue what your sister's doing.
As you think those thoughts, your father, sailing this little skiff out at sea, looks to you and says, Oz, you seem like you've got something on your mind.
Is that obvious?
Son, I've known you for a long time. I can see when you're a bit troubled.
Yeah, well... Aunt Zika showed me a lot of really cool things.
I believe you. That sister of mine's always worked on quite brilliant things, albeit different than mine.
I think I want to do what she does.
Ah, a life of learning, eh? Not joining us in the brigade, will you?
I always thought I wanted that, but there's something different. It's like this chase for more information and more lore and just like the interweavings of magic itself. It's intriguing, really, and I don't know. The idea of an order of things, it's like held secret, and it just sounds exciting, you know?
I feel like I've seen that in you for some time now. Well, what I can tell you is this. When I was your age, the idea of artifice and the technology that came to us from our western shores towards New Zoma was still relatively new, and, well, there wasn't a place for that in the brigade at the time either, but I found my way and made my skills useful. And, you know, the brigade will always be here, and me and your brother will always be here. And if you ever want to try to combine your passions, we'll try to make it work. But I've always dreamed of you being out at sea with me. But if that's not your life's mission, then that's all right. We only have so much time here, and I want you to be happy. I hope you know I mean that.
Piece of Oz's heart breaks hearing that, because, you know, it's a tough thing. He looks down over the side of the skiff, as I imagine he's kind of sitting on the side. He looks into the waves as they're lapping against the moving boat and sees a reflection of himself and kind of puts his hand down and touches the white water and looks back and... I'm sorry if this upsets you, but thank you for understanding.
You could never upset me, son. You'll always be my special boy. I love you.
I love you too.
He puts a hand on your shoulder, and you continue to dream. Bilbin, can I get another Constitution saving throw?
Jesus.
Oh no.
Can I have given Billman a guidance as I went to bed?
I will allow it. I will allow it.
Hang in there, bud.
1d4.
1d4. If that helps. It won't. It might.
With the guidance, I get a grand total of 5.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I rolled a 2, and then I rolled a 3 on the guidance.
As you all wake for the next day, Bill and I am going to need you to mark a level of exhaustion for the day.
Yeah, that's
As
fair.
you have had to get up and go to the bathroom so much in the middle of the night. Yeah, that milk did not sit well with you at all.
Is Bilbin lactose intolerant?
Maybe he might be at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, that might
If you weren't
might be
before, you
might
are
be something to
now.
avoid.
Put that in your flaws.
Just a sign of age too, like a younger
Put it
Bilbin,
in
like
your
maybe was
strengths.
lactose intolerant, but like his younger body could process it slightly better, and you're like, oh man, like maybe I'm getting older. Awesome. You all awake in the morning at the Douse House number 3. Things are quiet around the station. Nothing going on. As you get up and start to plan your day, you all hear the same thing in your minds. As the familiar voice of Leastri Eva Osef echoes in the heads of the people of New Samaritan City. Citizens of New Samaritan City, it is with a heavy heart that I must inform you of the passing of Vox Kursek Morgood last night. He was a wonderful man and leader, and we will miss him dearly. There will be more to come regarding elections to select a new Vox for New Samaritan. And in the meantime, I, Eva Osef, will take over in a temporary leadership role. For any questions or concerns, feel free to send any inquiries to New Samaritan City Hall. Thank you and have a good day. Message ends.
Interesting.
Don't like that.
No, don't like it at all.
Yeah, you all get up, you can make some breakfast, hang out, plan your day. While you're sitting around trying to figure out what everyone would like to do with this day, where there's not necessarily a specific direction anyone needs to go, Bilbin, your uncle, comes in pretty early and says, hey boys, good to see you.
Jessie.
Hey, morning.
Morning, Jessie.
I am here to tell you, Bilbin, that we have a meeting to go to this morning.
Meeting?
Yeah, with, well, you know. So
yeah.
if you're ready, I would, anyone, I don't know if you're all welcome to come. Maybe, I'm not really sure. But Bilbin, you and I do need to go get on this meeting.
Even if we're not allowed to, go with you, it might be helpful to be nearby.
Yeah, do you think maybe Tabitha could join us?
I'll have to check with Tabitha and with Arthur, but...
Your invisible friend?
Arthur, do you... Well, let's ask the lady of the house first. Tabitha?
What?
Do you have any interest in accompanying Bilbin?
That guy?
I'll respond mentally. This time, yeah, that guy.
Jesus. To do what?
Still mentally, I think he might have got himself a little in over his head, and me and Arthur and hopefully Oz will be nearby, but
Do I get to steal stuff?
maybe.
Oh, all right. I mean, he can't tell me what to do, so that could be fun. Yeah, I'll go. I'll bite.
Can anyone tell you what to do?
I mean, I'll listen to my dad sometimes when he gives me enough hard time about it, but
That's fair.
I like you. I don't know. I feel like our relationship's been amenable so far.
Yeah. Well, this is, again, me asking if you'd be
I'll
willing
do
to.
it. If he says anything stupid shit, though, I'm not fucking sticking around. That's for sure.
Yeah. I mean, we just, if we need to pop in and save his ass,
I'll
you'll be able to let us know the
I'll
soonest.
fuck him up. Don't worry. Yeah, Tabitha agrees to join on the adventure. Yeah, is everyone going to go kind of like hang around this setting or
What do you guys
space?
think?
Yeah, I can be backup, whatever you need.
Yeah, I mean, there might be good food trucks over there.
All right. Yeah. I'll peruse.
Yeah.
Cool. You all gather things, get ready to go out for the start your day. You all walk. Uncle Jesse leads you back towards the neighborhood where the black hole was. New Samaritan city isn't known for being exceptionally friendly everywhere, but as you walk through this neighborhood, even in the light of the sun, you find that people are very much head down, keeping to themselves. As you walk through the neighborhood, Jesse leads you to an old building that has a dry cleaner painted in faded lettering on the front. Who goes in? Just Bilbin, Jesse, and Tabitha and Invisibility?
Yeah, I don't know
Probably.
if... Because Oz, I know you were with them before when they took the first meeting. I don't know if you would be...
Oh,
I'm saying if you wanted to go, you probably
doesn't he think I'm
could.
mute? But also, actually, like the
Well, remember, he found out you weren't,
yeah.
right?
No, I think I'll just stay outside.
Cool.
I don't want to cause any.
Yeah, yeah.
Probably just us two plus
Fair. Yeah.
Invisible Tabitha.
We'll
Cool,
be
man.
we're gonna look for some food trucks.
Sounds good.
Somebody's got to have a breakfast taco, right?
Cool. The three of you go find breakfast tacos. Yeah, you, Bilbin, you, Jesse, and Invisible Tabitha walk into this building, and there's a younger looking elven man with pointed ears and long black hair standing at the counter. He looks to you and says, "How can I help you two gentlemen today?"
I just look at Jesse.
Jesse produces a small ticket from his pocket and hands it to the young man, who immediately loosens up a little bit and with a little smirk says, "I see. Right this way, gentlemen." He lets you behind the counter and leads you through a sea of clothes hanging in garment bags to a little doorway. As you approach, you hear the young elf say again in Elvish, "The Fey Father provides," and it's followed by a short click. And then you hear a voice, the same voice you heard the other day, say, "Come in."
Bilbin opens the door.
Cool. You two walk through the door. As soon as you cross the threshold, in your head, Saren, you hear, "Oh shit!" As a dispel magic spell on the outside of the door. Tabitha immediately becomes visible, and the Fey Father says, "You've brought a little friend today."
Yeah, that's one of our kind of companions. She
Well,
kind of goes in and out of invisibility. It's kind of just weird or something. But yeah, thought we bring
give
our
me a
little...
deception check.
What's that?
Can I cast guidance through Tabitha?
Yeah, I'll allow that. Well, is it a well? Yeah.
10.
How's the thing with familiars work? Do you have to be within a certain range of them?
Double check.
I rolled a 10.
That is true. It does have somatic components, so he'd be able to see that.
Well, right, but I'm doing the components, and it's going through. I mean, here's the. When you cast a spell with a range of touch,
How close do you have to be?
they
to
can
Tab-
deliver the spell.
How
as
close
if
do you have to be to her, though?
100 feet.
I will allow it.
Sick.
All right, roll a d4. Add a d4 to your roll, Bilbin.
13 total.
He says, "Well, curious little creature you've brought me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for your patience with getting everything squared away on our end. I have a bit more information on Lift and the heirloom they stole from my family. They'd worked for me in the passing for a long time, and I'm disappointed that it has come to hunting them down. I would love for you to gather the heirloom for me, which I can give you some 10,000 gold. And if you are able to bring Wix back alive for me to deal with, I would be inclined to help you pay your debts and maybe find some other ways to earn some extra income to keep your Douse house alive.
Yeah. I look over at Jessie. I'm like,
gentlemen?
yeah, I'm confident we can get your heirloom back. What is this heirloom that you speak of, by the way?
Sure. She carries a ring that is very important heirloom of my family, and I would greatly love to have it back. Give me an insight check.
Nat 20.
You can.
Let's go.
It does not seem like that he's lying, but it seems like he might be withholding something in this moment as well. And as for young Lift, she is a herringbone, around 3 feet tall, has deep purplish black fur with a distinctive patch of white, like a wristwatch, on her right wrist. She usually wears a dark cloak and thieves' clothes and is known for carrying daggers on her. She's quick, sneaky, and even when you find her, she could be quite hard to catch. We assume that she is trying to flee back to New Zoma with the heirloom she has stolen, so when you arrive in Breakwater, you will hopefully have a day or two before she arrives in the city, but I would stay close to the docks in order to try and apprehend her. I have means of getting you all from here to Breakwater rather quickly. Who all will be going on this expedition? I would recommend that you not do it alone.
Yeah, I have some adventures that I can rile up and accompany me on this journey to get your heirloom back.
Great. And what are their names?
Saren and Arthur.
That's all I need to know.
I did think about what Oz said, and knowing that he's doing his own journey, I leave him out of it.
Well, all right then. Bill and I will send you a location to go first thing tomorrow morning, and you and your team can head there to be teleported to Breakwater.
Oh, that's quick.
Yeah. Bring what you need to be prepared to be gone for a few days, and please make sure you don't let her get away. For I'm afraid it will...
Excuse me? Okay.
For I'm afraid it will certainly spell the end of the Douse house if you do. And also, I feel like it should go without saying, but the things we are asking you to do are incredibly private and personal to me, and it would be a terrible shame for you and the people you know if any of the personal things I've shared with you were to make it to the wrong ears, if you understand.
You can be assured that I will not say anything to anyone that doesn't need to know.
Tabitha, what is he saying?
He's talking about fucking, we have to go to some sort of teleportation to go to the ocean, and then fucking the Bilbin's signing away our lives, I think. I don't really know. Seems bad. We got to catch a bunny or something.
Reassuring. Okay.
I don't know. She's got knives and shit. That's all I got.
Cool. All right.
All right. Fae Father looks to you, Bilbin. He says, now. He waves his hand and a contract appears in front of you. If the two of you could sign here, then I think we have an agreement. He looks to both you and Jeshi to sign. Jeshi looks at you and Jeshi says, for the Douse house.
For my father and the Douse house. And then I sign Big John Hancock.
Cool. Jeshi does like a normal size signature on the bottom. The Fae Father, you see Mage Hand signs the contract as well. He wisps it away with his hand again, magically, and he says, well, listen for my message and good day.
Thank you, Fae Father. I appreciate your financial assistance with the Douse house. I will get you that heirloom, and no one with prying ears will know.
Thank you. I appreciate your help with this matter. You all leave this dry cleaners.
Man.
Did we find breakfast tacos?
Absolutely. I'm not making you roll. Yeah, you found, while that was happening, you found awesome breakfast tacos. Fucking like food truck style thing outside of one of these like weird warehouses. There's like clearly warehouses that are still in action here that are producing goods. And so there's a food truck outside of a warehouse that looks like they must like get all their business at lunchtime. So, but they're still open right now, and you can definitely get some breakfast tacos right now.
Fucking
or burritos.
breakfast tacos, right?
Yeah, let's eat something.
Yeah. I mean, do these look good to you? I mean, we could go somewhere else.
They look as good as any other breakfast taco.
All right.
Hell yeah. You, Bilbin, you and Jeshi, along with Tabitha, leave the dry cleaners, are able to meet up with everybody else, and you can share what just happened.
Yeah, Bilbin has like a big, like, kind of serious look on his face, like, boys, well, we know where to go, and we're gonna get teleported there.
Yeah, we know.
Oh, you know?
Well, Tabitha was kind of.
Oh, yeah, Tabitha was there. Yep, and you have some link with her. Anyway, yeah, kind of had to like sign some contract, which you know. So, but I just signed it, and Jeshi, so you guys are good. But I did say that Saren and Arthur were coming. I know that you guys are kind of doing your own thing.
Yeah.
So essentially, we're going to get on this teleport all the way down south and beat Wix there. And we're looking for this purple rabbit thing with a wristwatch looking white fur strap on her right wrist.
A Harangon.
Yeah, that's what it is. Harangon.
All right.
You know, at this point, why not?
You guys down?
We've already done so much damned weird stuff together. Might as well.
Yeah, there's this heirloom piece that kind of sounds interesting. So,
And the nice thing is, Bilbin, you have this mission, but also you have somebody to talk to in Breakwater, Saren. But Arthur, you also have somebody to talk to in Breakwater.
I do, yeah.
There are a few things that you already know.
I think actually, too, while that was going on inside, I would have told Oz and Arthur about my conversation with Riptide.
Cool.
Okay.
Specifically about Yelenak and
The Disparati.
The Disparati. I think pitching that, like, I don't know if I would have really talked in depth about, my village, but I think, bringing up that there is powerful casters out causing mayhem, and, I mean, not for nothing, that is the level of casting I think we witnessed yesterday.
So you think these people had something to do with whatever happened?
I don't know, but I mean, they could have. I mean, that's... If it's the level of casting that can, cause fire and brimstone to rise out of the earth, like, what's one Vox?
Why do you think they'd be after a Vox? You said they're after, like, people like you?
Yeah, I don't know. Just putting options on the table, but definitely, wherever we go and wherever you go, I think we gotta be a little careful.
I'll look into it. Maybe I could send you something that I find.
Yeah, I mean, we'll be, hopefully, if we get to Breakwater and can talk to Yelenak, hopefully he might know a little more, but...
I trust you.
That makes one of us.
You all convene. Bilbin tells you about the Fae Father. Talk about Riptide. This day is the only thing on the agenda for the day is grabbing that helm. If there's anything else anyone wants to do in the city, we can roleplay that really quick. And then ultimately, this is just a day to spend hanging out, spending time with Oz and, plotting whatever's next. We head back to the Taylor and Smiths. And Bilbin, you walk in and Nina says, "Oh, good morning, Bilbin. Welcome back."
Nina, great to see you.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Sorry about yesterday, by the way. I had a very traumatic day.
You're right.
And sometimes it just kind of outwardly projects on others, which I'm working on.
That's
But
okay. We all have our
I
days.
just want to say apologize.
No, that is all right.
I appreciate you being able to work with the first responders of the city. And here is the gold.
You actually already gave me the gold yesterday. I thank you.
I gave you the gold.
1,250 gold.
Yep.
Y'all can, however that breaks out, mark it out of your inventories.
Give you 100, 150.
Yeah, so it does leave me with a little bit of pocket change.
She goes and says, well, here is your new helm. And she pulls out from behind the countertop. She has taken the time this morning to paint it a bright fireman's red. Nice. You describe what this helm looks like for me, actually. I would love for you to tell me what you want your new helm to look like.
Yeah, it is red, fireman's red. And it looks like it can really protect me from fires.
She says, well, I would recommend if you know anyone that can cast the Identify spell or anything like that, can give you a little bit more, so you don't have to, figure out all the ins and outs of this magical helm on your own. They should be able to help you. But otherwise, it is yours to take. And usually if you spend a little bit of time with an item like this, you should be able to attune to it, no problem.
Awesome, yeah. Any other tricks with this thing, or is it pretty much just you throw it on and you got a bucket? I
mean, I think if you know someone that has, I wish I had a little bit more information. I understand that it stores some sort of spell energy in it, but if you know anyone that can identify it for you so that you can have to spend a little bit more time playing with yourself, then you should be able to, use it pretty quickly. Its effects. So thank you again for doing business here. We appreciate you.
Oh, this thing is sweet. I really appreciate it, Nina.
Absolutely.
And I leave my old helm.
Thank you very much.
And say, this has seen some action.
I believe you. Absolutely.
And then I leave.
All right. Have a good day.
And I leave holding the helm. Ding. The bell from the door opens. And then I immediately rush to the group and go, guys, check this bad boy out.
That's a nice helmet.
It's bright.
It looks red.
It's real red.
Yeah, it's red. It's exactly what I wanted.
You know what? Congrats. I'm happy for you.
I don't know what it does. So I'm hoping maybe Oz can tell me what it does.
Wait, you spent how much gold on something you don't know what it does?
The number...
Let's not worry about it right now.
It doesn't matter about the number. It matters about it really just what it can do. It's about the potential.
Which is...
If you like it, at the end of the day, the money's worth it, right?
Hey, what? Take her for a spin. Why don't you put her on?
I slick back my blonde, greasy hair.
I just want the Zelda soundbite. The na 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 na.
Yeah.
And then I put the helmet on, and it just fits like a glove. There's a little bit of padding on the inside too to solidify the fit, and then the helm covers a little bit of the back of my neck, and it goes above my ears, and then goes right over my forehead, and then it's right here. How does it look?
Looking sharp, mate.
Amazing.
Definitely looks better than that old one.
So, Oz, do you know what this thing does?
Yeah, give me a sec.
I will cast Identify on the helmet.
Well, first of all, let's give her a try, and I'll bang you on the head with the cast iron pan.
Okay, I let that happen.
Cool. You roll to hit.
Okay.
What's your armor class, Bilbin?
What'd you roll?
21.
It hits.
Cool. Roll your damage.
I'm not trying to do
excellent
damage.
hit.
Oh, cool. Great.
It's 16, by the way.
You get smoked in the head. It doesn't feel good.
Wait, it's 16. Does that go up at all?
No, your AC is the same.
Oh.
You cast Identify on this helm.
How much damage did you do?
I wasn't trying to. I was just bonking you on the head.
Oh,
Just-
okay.
And you all hear for the first time Oz's orb say,
well, very interesting. This is a very unique magic item. This is called the Energy Helm. It appears that it has a once-a-day casting of the spell Protection from Energy built into it. It appears that the only resistance it can offer at this moment is fire resistance, so it looks like it's a limited version of the spell, but who's to say if it if it wouldn't be able to unlock other forms of energy protection at some point, but for a fireman, it seems like it is a very useful item indeed.
Fire protection on my helmet. This will keep me alive for sure.
Those shelves don't stand a chance.
And is that item in?
I've not created it yet, but I will let you know as soon as I have it for you. But yes, you now, it's a protection of energy. The way that works is you cast it and you have an hour where you will have fire resistance basically at this moment. And again, as Oz's orb said, there may be a way to unlock other resistances as you spend more time with this helm. Yeah, magic items, gang. They're expensive.
What are those?
Yeah.
Energy helm.
All right.
I'm Iron Man now.
Cool. What do y'all do on Oz, your last day with Oz in the city? Do you do any sort of reconnaissance or research? Or are you all just trying to take a day to not be involved in shit going on?
I think the second.
Cool.
Yeah, definitely gonna have a chill day, I think.
Cool. You all have a nice day. You can spend some time. Bilbin walks you around town, points out some sights. Oz corrects him with his history things when he knows them. You grab a little lunch somewhere in one of the other areas of the city. At night, you head back down south towards the Douse House, and you see that the Apple and the Ale is open once again. Trish and Tish are both in there slinging drinks tonight.
Nice.
And you're able to go grab, it looks like they are cooking up a limited selection of Tish's hot dishes in Apple and the Ale right now.
Hell yeah.
So you're able to, if you all would like, you can go there and spend a night
Absolutely.
hanging out and chatting. You have a lovely evening. You go back to the Douse House. And long rest again, so your level of exhaustion is gone.
Let's go.
Do you have something, Arthur?
Absolutely.
Yeah, please.
Before we long rest, I have something I would like to do.
Mm-hmm.
If Oz is again out working on scribing at some point late in the night, I think similar to the previous night, Arthur would have been just pacing around the hallway and come up to you. 2 glasses in his hands, set them down on the table in front of you, and I'll take a bottle out of my bag, set it down, and then sit down quietly. This is from Woodhammer, where I'm from. A little special Page Llewellyn bottle, if you will.
Oh.
I've had this one for a while. It's something special to me. Made by my family and infused with the tea that me and my mother and all my siblings grew with our hands. He pours 2 shots.
Oh, that's special. Pushes his notes aside, takes his glasses off, unfolds them, puts them in his shirt pocket. A lot of love and passion went into making this, huh?
Absolutely.
That's special. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you for sharing. I took it a little hard the other night and have been quiet today. Well, I don't take people leaving very well. So it's happened before, and it's been a hard one. Something I'm trying to figure out in Breakwater, actually. But I just want to say that I'm going to miss you, Oz.
Arthur, I'm going to miss you too. You're one of the most stand-up people I've ever met. Talk about hospitality.
Hey, right back at you, brother. And I'm sorry. I'm nothing but excited for you. Although I am heartbroken myself.
Hey, I'm sorry. Goodbyes have never been a big, strong suit of mine. I'm usually blunt and to the point, and sometimes that can come off emotionless, and I'm sorry for that.
Nah, you got nothing to apologize for. You're just being you.
Arthur, I wish you the best, and I hope you find your sister.
Thank you.
I didn't realize that you will be going to Breakwater so soon, but...
Yeah, we didn't either, I guess.
Yeah. You may find my father and my mother there. He's kind of a well-known tinkerer, goes by the name Slater. But,
Slater?
Yeah.
All right.
If you're all looking for something to eat and hang out and maybe you want some home hospitality, tell them you're a friend of mine.
Always looking for that. And it sounds real nice to meet the man that made you.
Yeah, he just kind of turned into a grumpy old man, but...
Well, I get that.
Take care of the rest of them, yeah?
I'll do my best. It's gonna be a little harder without you.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure I'll run into you all again.
Now I'm gonna have 2 people that I'm looking for.
Well, hey, if you keep up that magic stuff, maybe you'll find a way to reach me. He holds up his glass. Cheers.
Cheers.
And knocks it back.
Awesome. You all go to sleep that night. As you all awaken, you find yourself in the same space you have for the last few days, but something is different. Can Bilbin, Saren, and Arthur give me raw wisdom checks? Arthur with advantage.
13.
17.
4. Dude, all day. Except that nat 20 for... What was it? I can't remember at this point.
You still all take it in pretty quickly. And Arthur, you realize that what Oz said is true. He is not... his strongest suit is not goodbyes, which explains your hobgoblin's companion's absence this morning. As you all get up at your leisure and settle into the morning, Oz, what do they all find in their belongings?
Several things, actually. Let me just grab some things real quick.
No.
Real life stuff has happening, gang.
Whoa.
Your packs.
Y'all drink whiskey too. We're drinking whiskey, gang. It's real as hell.
We're drinking about it.
Here, pass me that whiskey. I need a little bit.
Yeah. Who knew games hurt bad?
Wait, where'd you get that glass?
Internet. Yeah, Oz, what all does the gang find in their belongings?
Yeah,
Well,
can
if-
I open this?
Yeah. If you're looking through your packs, each of you have a letter. And along with Saren's letter, there's a ring attached to the twine. In Bilbin, yours has a few scrolls along with it, spell scrolls. You can't really tell what they do yet. And then Arthur, you have the journal from
Zora Buffon.
Zora Buffon. Yes, you have the journal of Zora Buffon with yours as well. And then, I mean, I can tell you what the scrolls are, but I don't know how you want to deal with that.
Yeah, but why don't we talk? We can talk about that in part of conversation.
Cool.
We'll do it out of. Before I have you all read your lovely letters that Oz has written you, we're gonna cut across the city really quick. We cut across town to the College Arcanum. Oz, how are you feeling this morning?
He has a very mixed feelings. You know, this isn't the first time that he's left without saying proper goodbyes. He's doing it in his own way, writing down on pieces of paper. It's a weird feeling. It's like the life of adventure has always called him, and he's always returned to that call. And he feels like, you know, this group of people that he's been traveling with, and is like another departure from that adventuring life. So he's answering the call to his own passions that have planted, you know, a seed that's been planted in his life ever since he made that trip to his aunt's house. So there's a mix between regret, fear, and you know, it's a new thing happening.
As you arrive on campus, you see a touch of frosted dew has settled on the grass on the grounds of the College Arcanum. You approach the buildings. You see that rather than being inside any of the buildings, Erythrian greets you at the front of the divination building with a group of about 14, appearing to be some mixture of professors and grad students. Oz, I am so very excited that you've made the decision to join us on this research expedition. With your help, I am very optimistic. We will uncover some new pieces of history regarding the Reckoning and the history of Bordura's most magical city to have ever stood. I want to confirm one more time that you understand that there may be a little danger awaiting us as we enter into the unknown and ruins of the one great city of Bastion.
Well, all good stories have a little bit of danger in them, don't they?
My boy, of course. Well then, you were the last person we were waiting on, unless, and he addresses everyone, unless anyone has anything else they need to do before we depart, Taurus and I will teleport us post-hence. Unfortunately, neither of us were quite old enough to be alive when Bastion fell, so our teleportation spells may not get us right where we want to be. We will meet outside the old ruins of the Church of Solarim marked on your maps, as that right is right in the center of the city and also right in the fray of where the battle took place all those years ago. You see that everyone around nods, that they're ready, and Rithrian looks to you, Oz, with a questioning glance. Oz?
Takes a deep breath and answers the call, follows suit.
As conjuration magic swirls around you, ready to teleport you into the unknown, what are Oz's final thoughts before this new adventure?
He thinks of his new friends, is concerned, hopes that they fulfill their own desires and, wishes the best and protection. And then, he laughs and smiles a bit and chuckles to himself because, that call of adventure isn't going away. It's always going to be there. So you'll just have to pick it up sometime later.
You have these thoughts as energy wraps around you. You are shrouded in light, and you all vanish. Head off to the unknown. Bilbin, as you all get up and gather your things in the morning, you hear a message come into your head in the voice of the Fey Father. Head south towards Hearth Mounds. You will find an old white farmhouse with a red door and a windmill. Knock thrice on the door. Good luck.
Guys, we are to head south.
Saren's rolling up his letter from Oz, having just read it as Bilbin says that. It's like, all right.
I just got a message from the Fey Father. Red house, wooden door.
White farmhouse, red door, windmill.
White farmhouse, red door, windmill, and we got to knock 3 times. It's called Hearth Mound.
Do y'all want to read the letters on this today? Is that where we're...
Should we... I feel like we should.
Okay.
Or
Up
should
to
we
you.
bardic conversation it? Should be bonus content.
No, I think we should.
No,
I think we should.
Okay, cool.
Unless you don't want us to, Shay.
That's totally up to you. Yeah, absolutely.
Bilbin, fuck you. Fuck your family. Fuck your life. I never want to see you again, ever. I'm so glad that I'm leaving you. I hope you die in a ball of fire. Love, Oz.
All right.
This shit sucks, man. What do you guys get? No.
All right. Returning. You now have your mission. Before you head off, would anyone like to read their letters that Oz left them today?
I would love to read my letter to y'all if
It doesn't have to necessarily be out loud to your peers,
Okay.
but I just didn't for...
Then why don't we
For
why don't we
listeners
read it as if each individual character is reading?
That's great.
Does that sound good?
Yeah.
It's kind of like
I wasn't going to make you read mine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just saying like
I think that was the plan.
it's almost like maybe we don't share what is in it, but like it has like an aside of each character. Does that sound good?
I love that.
Cool. I can go first if you want.
Yeah, Bilbin, bring it on.
Bilbin. When we first met, I wasn't sure what to make of a man who wears a bright red helmet and reflective armor, who wields a wood-cutting axe and curses the nature of fire. However, I believe I have a pretty good idea of the man you are. I know you may think I don't care for you or your ambitions, especially after my outbursts after the incident at Trish's, but that couldn't be only further from the truth. I too have a father whom I idolize and wish only to do him proud. Bilbin, let me tell you that your desire to serve and to help save lives is more than enough in itself to warrant pride. But it is your heart and willingness to do good and right by your family's name that grants me the clarity and assurance that your father is certainly proud of you. I wish you the best in your future endeavors, and I apologize I cannot continue with the rest of you. However, my path has taken me elsewhere. Keep the others safe. I'm leaving you with this scroll. I hope it serves you well. Kind regards, Osgruk Thorum.
Saren or Arthur, does anyone want to volunteer?
Yeah, Saren like kind of gets up and I think sees Oz's bunk empty and is not surprised. Reading this letter. Saren, sleep deprivation does a number to the mind, let me tell you, that from personal experience. I see it in your eyes and hear it in your voice. You're exhausted. Dreams can easily haunt those that let them. I'm not sure what it is you're starting to discover within yourself, and maybe you aren't either, but I believe it is truly something special. I see greatness in you, lad, but don't let the appetite for knowledge and power grow to an unhealthy level, because it's never satisfied and will eventually consume you. I've tiptoed that edge, and I'm not proud to admit it almost took me. I understand that you may feel abandonment by my departure, perhaps a feeling you're familiar with, and I'm sorry for that. We're all on our own path, following threads of fate as it weaves us into this grand art piece that is life. Your magic is strong and raw, and I cannot wait to see where it takes you. This is not a goodbye, but I will see you again. If and when you get to Breakwater, seek out my father, Slater Thrum. He's a master artificer, and I think you'll find his work fascinating. Also, my mother, Sarah, may teach you a thing or two about dueling. Look out for Bilbin. He's battling some demons. Good luck, lad. Your friend Oz. P.S. With this letter, I leave you with the Ring of Elements. I feel it most appropriate that you hold on to it due to the nature of your magic. Use it well.
All right, Dart, you got to read yours for Arthur, and then I can stop crying. Fucking hell, guys.
Arthur would wake up, pick up the scroll, look at it, just shake his head. Bastard. Open it up. Arthur. Funny thing, magic, isn't it? I could hear his voice. Some find it easier than others. However, some dedicate their lives to its practice, yet are never able to conjure the slightest spark. Tapping into the fabric of the weave itself is quite the feat, and you have the ability to do it without even trying. There's always been a rivalry between natural-born magic users and those who learn to cast through copying spells into spell books. I, for one, have always felt that it is a silly conflict. I admire sorcerers such as yourself. Sure, I may have partaken in the rivalry before in my schooling, but I never took it seriously. I know that you are confused as to why this has happened to you, especially at the age you are. A lot of theories are out there on how one can obtain these abilities. Perhaps in your case it is Woodhammer and its relationship to the Feywild. However, I propose an alternate theory. As I don't know much about your late husband, but his love has clearly left a stain on your soul. You wear it well. Some would say acts of true love for another creates a magic of its own, and perhaps his love for you planted the seed of magic in your soul. Whatever you want to believe is the reason, make sure it brings you comfort. I'm sorry I cannot continue the journey alongside you, but I look forward to one day returning to our lessons, as well as your home cooking. You are a talented man, Arthur Page. I know you aren't one for books, but I leave you with Zora Buffon's book. Maybe have Saren help you through it. I'm gonna need it, as I feel there is more to glean from its contents. Until next time, Oz. P.S. Look out for the lad. Something tells me he's special.
You all
Before we
taking
go
those-
on,
Yeah.
fuck you, Shay.
Yeah,
Fuck on, dude.
everybody flip off
dude.
Shay.
Fuck.
for
My
that shit.
eyes are so wet right now. My face is ugly. It's awful. Oh,
Bill-
Jesus.
Bilbin for once.
Gotta bring Arthur's husband into this? Fuck.
Yeah, rat fucking bastard.
All right.
Bilbin's player character can't bring it in him to flick him off because the amount of love that he has shown.
Fucking awesome. You all taking those letters in your own time that morning. Bilbin lets you know where you need to go, and you make your way south, out of New Samaritan City, towering behind you. As you move, hills with farmlands coated in browns and greens and yellows greet you. As you see people tending to crops along the path. You see hearth mounds in the distance as the sun has risen over this valley. As you travel along with the knowledge of what Bilbin has told you he heard this morning, you indeed find an old farmhouse with a red door and a massive windmill next to it. The farm doesn't look like it has anyone working in the fields, and the land sits quiet on a windy, slightly chilly spring morning. As you approach this house, what do you do?
And it's the house, White House, red door,
Absolutely.
Looks
windmill.
like it.
Well, fellas, White House, red door, windmill. We're in Hearth Mounds.
Take it away, Bilbin.
All right. And I march up the path to the door. Give 3 solid knocks,
Perfect.
like I was told, and then I wait.
You knock on the door and wait a moment, and when it opens, you find yourself standing in front of an elderly, short satyr man with a twisting white beard and hoven feet.
Oof.
He stands shorter than all of you, and over half-moon glasses looks up at you and says, "To whom do I owe the pleasure?"
Well, it's me, Bilbin Billings.
Saren.
Arthur Page Llewellyn. Sorry, we're doing introductions now.
A pleasure to meet you all.
And you as well.
I am the satyr of the Unseelie Court. That is what they call me. And,
Feels like a big title.
I mean, most people just call me Kevin these days. I've been in the material plane for quite some time, but that is...
You know what? I prefer that. Let's
Kevin?
go with Kevin.
I'm Kevin.
Kevin sounds great
Pleasure
to me.
meet you all.
Obliged.
What may I ask do you need from me on this fine morning?
I truly have no idea.
All right.
We are sent
Transportation.
here. Yes.
Ah,
We are sent here by the Fae Father.
I understand.
I'm sure he might have
I
mentioned
might have
that
heard
we
a
were
word.
coming.
I just need to make sure that we're on the same page here. Seeking passage, I see. We haven't used these circles in some time. Follow me and we can get these runes fired up. He leads you over to the massive windmill protruding out at its base, and you see that it actually has a window and a small door on its side, hidden in the same color tones as the rest of the structure. You all enter into a small room with some natural light shining in from the window. It appears as mostly storage with dusted over crates and tarps draping over structures. The old satyr grabs a broom and begins sweeping a part of the floor, and below it you see runes carved into the ground. He gestures to the space and says, "All right, gentlemen, if you don't mind standing in the middle of the runes, I can get you headed to Breakwater real quick."
Well, fellas, are we ready?
I guess so. We're here now.
Yeah, Saren steps forward and is just sort of absentmindedly like fiddling with the Ring of Elements on his finger.
So just right here?
Yes, absolutely.
As you all stand there, the satyr begins muttering an incantation, and the runes on the ground below you begin to glow. You think of where you started, and Dublain, your journey across Bordura so far, and this new group of comrades you've found. Now one lighter, but maybe not forever. Seconds pass, and as shimmering magical energy begins to come from the ground itself and swirl around you, motes of brilliant golds and reds and greens and silvers engulf you. And as a minute passes, you hear the satyr finish a spell, and the light flashes brightly around you. And momentarily, all you see is light as you feel suspended in time and space. You feel your feet leave the ground, and then find it again, and the magical aura around you begins to dissipate as your eyes are now blinded by sunlight pouring into windows all around you. You see runes carved under your feet, but now into sturdy wooden floorboards, as you now find yourself at the top of a lighthouse, a beacon behind you sitting idly. As you look out the 360-degree panes of glass to the south, you see a new sprawling city ahead of you, blanketed on the coastline with other lighthouses, ports, ships, and even more on the horizon. As Bilbin, Saren, and Arthur find themselves at the northern edge of Breakwater, a stone's throw from the vastness of the Great Divide. And that is where we will end this session of No Bards Allowed.
Just
Here we
this
go again.
session of No Bards Allowed?
And this, for those listening, if you haven't already started guessing, will be Shay's last session with us for the foreseeable future. Shay, do you want to announce why you're stepping away from the podcast for a while?
Absolute round
If you're
of applause
comfortable
for the
sharing
lad.
with the...
It's a terrible reason. No,
Yeah.
it's not.
Awful
It's-
the some listeners that
He's
we have.
actually now speccing into Warlock to take a pact boon.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm unfortunately taking a pact. No, I've made a carbon copy of myself. I'm having a child.
Whoa!
And
Dude, so
Little
sick.
Shay's
Dude, yeah, we're
running
so
around.
excited.
yeah, maybe.
O'Shea's all
everyone,
around.
everyone comment what class Shay's kid's gonna be.
Yeah.
Chase Kid is going to be a ranger without question.
I freaking
Ranger,
hope so.
Beastmaster,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, so exciting. New stuff, new
Yeah.
chapter.
Oh, man, dude, we're also pumped for you. Yeah, we've known for a little while, and we've been luckily been able to continue to play. Luckily, been able to continue to play with us on the pod for as long as we possibly could. And we all play a home game, gang. So don't worry, we're not done playing D&D together. Shay's just
Yeah.
taking a break from this for a little while. So
Yep. We'd,
Um,
for the foreseeable future, and hopefully when things are a little bit less
yeah.
intense,
Yeah.
and come back.
Hey, Oz is in Bastion right now, uncovering secrets to share with the
Anything
group.
could happen.
Busy,
He's
busy
not
boy.
dead.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's doing stuff.
Oz is
yeah.
still
Yeah.
alive.
Plus, like in 6 months, when Shay's kid can solve a Rubik's cube, like he'll be back.
True. All right, we're going to talk more about this on Bardic Conversations right now because thank you for listening to a very long episode. I know this was our most chocked full probably of the show so far. and
This
we've
has
really-
been a very special episode of No Bards Allowed.
Yeah. Speaking of which, and next week will be a nice little special episode as well, where we're going to talk about just the campaign so far and give you our thoughts on what we're doing. So, anyways, if there's nothing else, I think see y'all next week, and thank you for listening.
Later.
Thank you, Shay.
guys.
Yeah.
Bye, Shay.
Bye, guys.
Bye,
I'll see you
Shay.
Love you,
later.
Shay.
Bye, guys, and
Applauds.
bye, Shay.